Hello, Boston Celtics fans. What's going on? Welcome to Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Allie Barefoot. We have the first ever day 2 of round 2 of the NBA draft about to kick off here in about 30 minutes or so. I don't know how this is going to play out. The rules that you guys should know what's different from this year to last year is that both rounds were on the same day. First round had 5 picks in between each pick, so these GMs can really decipher who they want to take. But the second round, they only got 2 minutes in between each pick. Now on day 2, round 2, there will be 4 minutes on the clock for each GM to decipher which player they want to take. That was the big reason why, so they say, the NBA wanted to make this a 2-day draft. They wanted to make sure that teams actually had enough time to figure out who they want to take here in round 2. And you can also thank Nikola Jokic for going during a Taco Bell commercial. He was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, so that's why the NBA is like, you know what? Maybe we should start paying attention to these second-round draft picks. The only 2 I can think of are Draymond Green and the Joker. That's pretty much all that's coming to my mind right now, but we will have everything you guys need to know about the NBA draft round 2 here. The Boston Celtics have pick number 54. They did go on ahead and pick Baylor Shireman yesterday with pick number 30. So they could trade pick number 54. They could still take a possible backup center, a backup big. And we do have a latest video out on our channel right now about who we think the top 3 picks could be for the Celtics if they do end up being available by pick number 54. But I've seen a lot of stuff out there on Twitter that Bronny James could be a possible candidate for pick number 54 right before the Los Angeles Lakers in the back half of the second round draft. All right, let's go ahead and see who's out here right now. I got Colby Mead already saying take Bronny would be a steal in Tatum Supermax. I mean, even if you took Bronny in the second round, you could still use him in the future as trade leverage. So maybe they don't have to keep him on the roster right now, but he'll probably, whoever's going to get drafted here today for the Boston Celtics, will probably be spending quite a while in Maine with their G League affiliate. So we'll have to wait and see what they end up doing. But Colby Mead, thank you so much. $2 super chat coming in. All right, shout out your city. Let me know where you guys are watching from right now. Christopher Domingo watching from Fort Payne. Clark watching from Boston. Jason Dyer and Wolf Shark Kid just saying F. Rowley. I love it, man. I live in F. Rowley town. Emery saying, please no Bronny. We need a center. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Muad watching from Boston. Emery watching from Maine. Ed watching from Tuscan. Wolf Shark Kid still saying F. Rowley. You gotta love it. Grant saying Boston. Jason Dyer, Las Vegas, baby. You know. I got Blake VR watching from Springfield, Massachusetts. Donald watching from 5 hours outside of Smitty's hometown, Rochester, New York. Clark also watching from Boston here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Thursday afternoon. I know a lot of you guys are still at work, as it is about 4:30 p.m. right now on the East Coast. It is still 3:30 p.m. here on, it's 2:30 p.m. here in Central Time, 3:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and the draft will start at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I had sushi today. What's your favorite Chinese food? I could bang out some sushi, to be honest. But we're here to talk about the NBA draft. All right, here is the possible big board here. Oh, no, this is the round 1 draft picks that did go on. We had Zachary Ricochet. Yeah? Ricochet. That went number 1 to the Atlanta Hawks. Alex Sarr, who went to the Washington Wizards. Reed Shepard, Stephon Castle, now teaming up with Wemby in San Antonio. Ron Holland, Sulan. What is his name again? John Salon, thank you. Donovan Clingan, Rob Dillingham, Zach Edey, Cody Williams, Matas Buzelis, Nikola Topic, Devin Carter, Carlton Carrington, Khalil Ware, Jared McCain coming in here at number 16. And then number 17, Dalton Knecht, who I think is the best pick of first round, just because I think that's the best fit for him, being in LA. But then Tristan Da Silva, the wing out of Colorado, he will now go to Orlando. I think that's also a fantastic fit there for that very chiseled man, as Smitty called him yesterday. Jacoby Walter is going to go to Toronto, spent his whole life in Texas, so that'll be definitely a climate change for him. Jalen Tyson, I got Yves Missi, Deron Holmes, A.J. Johnson, Keyshawn George. And what they were talking about earlier? Are we pronouncing his name wrong here with Keyshawn? Or some people saying Keyshawn? Or I know his family actually spoke out after the draft saying, hey, man, got to get it right. But I'm reading it as Keyshawn.
I heard it was Keyshawn.
I heard it was Keyshawn.
Did his family say differently?
I don't know. I heard Rolly talking about it a little bit earlier. Maybe the family was saying Keyshawn, and some people are saying Keyshawn George. But all I know is when I saw this man sitting out in the green room, he's literally working on his handles. He's dribbling a gold basketball right next to his seat the entire time. I mean, that's tough, man. That's tough. Going in at pick number 24. Number 25, Pacome Dadier. You are a New York Knick. Number 26, Dylan Jones. Terrence Shannon Jr. going 27. Ryan Dunn, who Smitty had his eyes on for pick number 30, actually ended up going number 28. Isaiah Collier, he did go number 29 to the Utah Jazz. And then Baylor Shireman, he is now a Boston Celtic. He talked a little bit earlier today in a press conference. He just said, man, when the Boston Celtics, when they give you a phone call, they mean business. And it's an honor to be called from the Boston Celtics. I mean, you gotta have your head held high, man. You just got a call from the NBA champions, Brad Stevens himself, saying, hey, man, we want you. It's got to take a lot for the Boston Celtics to call you, and he is taking it with the highest honor. So I'm very excited for him, for sure. 31 is going to go to the Raptors. Number 32, the Utah Jazz. The Bucks actually have a pretty early draft pick here despite going in the 20s in round 1 with number 33. The Portland Trailblazers, number 34. And then, of course, San Antonio Spurs, who are just going to clean house in this NBA draft. They had pick number 4, pick number 8, and now they have pick number 35. Pacers at 36. Pistons at 37. The New York Knicks at 38. And then the Grizzlies, who did take Zach Edey in the top 10 in round 1. The Portland Trailblazers at number 40. 76ers going at 41. Charlotte Hornets 42. Miami Heat F. Rowley at number 43. The Atlanta Hawks back on the board after having the first pick in the draft, number 44. Number 45, Toronto Raptors once more. The Clippers at number 46. The Magic at number 47. The Spurs at 48. Pacers going back-to-back here, number 49, number 50. The Knicks at 51. The Thunder at 52. The T-Wolves at 53. And your Boston Celtics at number 54. But it doesn't stop right there. 55, the Los Angeles Lakers. That's why I think a lot of people, Smith, are really looking at the Celtics to take Bronny. Not so much because that's exactly what they need in terms of position-wise, but it's because they're the spot right above the Lakers. And I think if they don't take Bronny, you could pretty much pencil it in right now. Number 55, it's probably going to be Bronny James. That's just my guess. 56, the Phoenix Suns. 57, the Memphis Grizzlies once more. And 58, the Dallas Mavericks, who have actually not had a single pick in the draft just yet. This will be their only pick. All right, let's get that comment section rolling here, shall we? Love the Celtics, spam your shams. Love the Boston Celtics, spam your shams. Glad they won the NBA Finals, spam your shams. Just spam your shams. Colby Mead saying he's guessing that I'm 24 and you're 32.
Colby, what are we doing here?
Dude, Smitty has just been like pounded today. It is make fun of Smitty Day.
I guess it is.
Or something like that.
I guess it is. I am definitely not 32.
I'm older than Smitty.
Yeah.
By a couple
of years. I mean, I'm still 22, so about a decade off there, Colby. I turned 23 at the end of July, so.
I am not 24.
More life.
I am 25, so I'm 3 years older than Smitty.
When do you turn 26?
January.
Okay. So 2.5 years.
I said July. Dude, I'm like, this is going to be tough, man. If you thought I had a bad time pronouncing names in the first round, round 2 is not going to be any better because I am lights on no one's home right now.
Colby asking how old do you think he is? I got to see.
Colby,
I'm going to bring a super chat up. Not put it on screen, but I'm going to see how.
Colby, I'm going to go with 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's a prom picture, so I'm going to go 18.
You're going to go 18? I'm going to go 19.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he just turned 19 after graduation.
What do you got? Colb? What's the number?
This is what day 2 of the draft brings.
That's right.
We're talking about our age here.
That's right. Keep spamming your sham zone in the chat. I see everybody getting down and dirty with it. Muad, Celtics 1 banner 18. Love that name, by the way. We mentioned that last night. Keep commenting in our chat today. I just want to keep reading that. What up? We got Jason Dyer. We got. Who else we got? Come on. Celtic Raider in the chat. Speak of the devil. Our good friend, Mitchell Renz.
Celtic Raider.
Just walked in the room to do some business. Not that kind of business, though. Wad, Ed Robbins in the chat, spamming his shams. Make the chat bleed green. We're trying to get this to be the biggest NBA draft round 2 party in all the land.
I got Wolfshark Kid saying I graduated a few days ago. Congratulations, Wolfshark Kid. Proud of you, my man.
It is high school graduation season.
Get that degree, my boy.
You're about to have what could be the greatest summer of your life upcoming here.
The summer after I graduated high school, I genuinely, no summer will ever top that. Hey, I have a question. I have a really big question here. Can I have Jeremy Chugs to the stand, please? I have a very big question that has been an argument in the Chat Sports office for several years. I have 57 people in the stream right now that are going to answer this question. What color is his shirt?
Now they always say congratulations.
Congratulations.
What color is his shirt? You think it's pink? You think it's red? You think it's maroon? I think it's magenta, and I'll stand by it.
No.
I do have to say.
Check Slack, buddy.
I do have to say. I do have to slay.
Slay.
First of all, I do have to slay. Second part, I do have to say, it does look a little different on camera.
It looks a little more reddish on camera. Shout out Cam.
Look.
That's definitely different, though.
Oh, it kind of looks like the Dr. Pepper.
He might be Dr. Pepper. That might be Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
But it looks different on I don't know how to pull my arm out of the screen.
Jeremy Chugs, MD, Dr. Pepper.
Burgundy.
I was saying burgundy. That was going to be my guess.
Said
Burgundy.
wine.
Ooh,
wine
okay.
red. Okay.
Like a nice Cabernet.
Yeah.
A Cabernet.
Little,
Okay.
Little victory glass.
Little bottle of Josh.
Championship.
Let's go.
Nobody's saying magenta, which is really hurting my feelings.
Do you even know what color magenta is?
Homeboy, yes. Look at Slack.
I watched Blue's Clues. I know what magenta is.
Look at Slack right now.
Magenta. That's crazy.
Look at
This
there
is
are different.
nuts.
Look at the left middle square. There
Left
are
middle
different.
Square.
There are different. Look at Slack. It is the exact same.
She's
color.
saying this is what the color is. She's capping.
Okay, Smitty. People have better eyesight than you. They don't need to see.
I'm not
that.
colorblind. I'm just
Okay.
regular blind. That is
It's
not
magenta.
that same color.
Look at the left row in
That
the
might
middle.
be.
That is
Not the middle.
magenta.
Definitely
There
the
are
bottom
different
left.
shades of magenta.
The bottom left one,
There
maybe.
are different shades of magenta.
I'm not colorblind. I'm just regular blind.
God.
That's right.
Different shade. I'm not colorblind. I'm regular blind.
If you're excited about the NBA draft, go ahead and hit the thumbs up icon for us. Want to get it up to 100 likes here
Quickly change
as
the
quick as
subject.
possible. Got 54 people in the chat right now. Let's get up to 50 likes. Why not? Why not let it fly? Hit the thumbs up icon. Helps us make this a bigger party than we're already having here. Hopefully will help us stop arguing about magenta.
Dude, I hate that this is even an argument in the office, and how long it's been going on. It genuinely makes me terrified about our IQ pushed together. It's magenta.
There's definitely more of a burgundy.
I don't know how to spell, and I very rarely know how to speak, but I know mother effing colors, and it's magenta.
Listen, I'll...
Who's Tatum and who's Jaylen Brown? I don't know.
That's a good
Mitchell
question.
Rand's asking who is Tatum and who is Brown in our
Duo,
tandem.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Wait, should we let the chat decide?
yes.
Okay.
Who's Tatum and who's Brown? I'm actually gonna go with I am Tingus Pingus because I'm taller, and I'm
She's
gonna.
not taller than me.
I'm gonna give Smitty Luke Cornett
That,
because I feel
so
like
I'm taller than her.
I feel like he dabs just when no one's looking. I feel like he just hits the dab constantly.
That's Luke Cornett at the parade. He was dabbing outside the duck boat. It was
Actually,
wild.
I'm gonna give myself Drew Holiday. I think I have an aura like Drew Holiday.
Okay.
You know?
4-letter word, aura. I probably say...
Oh, Allie is Def Tatum. Definitely.
See, that's crazy. I would say that I'm Tatum because I'm probably more corny, but respectfully, I'm Jaylen Brown according to Celtic Raider.
Are you a father?
Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna wait.
Oh?
We're gonna wait a little bit on that.
Hello?
We're gonna wait a little
Riley?
bit on that. No. Not what I meant. Not what I
My
meant.
boyfriend, he doesn't even like talking. He's like, don't even put that into the
No, like
universe.
I'm not gonna lie. Like for any of you guys that are parents in the chat, like I see pictures of little kids and I'm like, I don't want that at all.
That's
because
you're 22, dude.
Yeah, like that.
You're
that,
22.
That
You
would-
shouldn't want one.
No.
Wait till you're in your middle. What is
Oh, this is a good
Good
conversation.
question.
I
Good.
like
You know what
this.
I'm going.
Yep,
you know what
yep,
I'm
I
going.
know
All
where
right,
you're
all right. What is Late 20s.
Late 20s is 28, 29.
I think it's 27 to 29.
I don't hate that. I was going to say that, but I was like,
honestly, like, I would say, like, 26 to 23 is middle 20s.
23 is mid-20s?
Or you could do 24,
Shit.
26, mid-20s.
24, 25, 26.
Hey, I'm in my mid-20s. How old am I?
I wouldn't even. You're 25.
That's like mid-20s.
Yeah, that's.
I'm in my
right
late. I'm in my late 20s. How old am I?
You're about 28. That's
28?
where I would go. I'm thinking, but so the funny thing is, the age 20 is excluded from this conversation. You don't say if you're 20 years old, I'm in my 20s.
If you're 20, you're a teenager.
Yeah.
If you're
absolutely.
20, you are 18 years old in my mind.
Yeah, 21,
From
22,
18 to 20.
So that means to me, 21, 22, 23, 21, 22, 23 is early 20s. 24, 25, 26, mid-20s, and then probably 27, 28, 29.
Because you got to think, your birthday after 21, 22, the exact same. 23, the exact same. You may just gain a little bit of weight. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And so
24, then you're like, okay,
24, you're kind of like,
it kind of feels a little different.
Because then you start thinking, oh shit, I'm 25.
I can't go out on Fridays and Saturdays anymore.
25,
maybe.
you can rent a car. You can rent a hotel room. I think 25, like, it's smack down in the middle, but I have never felt older in my entire life.
Ooh, KW with a good little comp here. Smitty is Brad Stevens, Allie is Missoula. It's kind of fire.
That is because you have to correct me on geography, on grammar.
Okay. So I'm pulling the strings.
Pronunciation,
and you're
for
executing.
Sure. So pretty much like you are the brains,
Yeah.
and you give me the resources
yes.
to distribute.
That's right. That's right.
Damn. You be Brad, I'll be Joe.
Jason Dyer says Smitty is Jaylen because he is that dog. Allie is Tatum because she is the franchise. Rolly is Ben Simmons because he sucks. That's great. That's good stuff.
Hold on. I have to send that to him.
That's good stuff.
I have to send that
I
to him.
like that
That's
comment
good.
a lot.
All right, I think we got a trade here.
We do have a trade. Not for the Celtics.
No. Oh! KCP!
Whoa!
He's declining
Oh.
his player
Yeah, I was
option.
about to say, he's a free agent. I was like, what?
I said I thought we had a trade. He's declining his player option.
Yeah, no, he's probably out of there. Denver's gonna have to figure something out there in the backcourt. They don't have that two guard anymore that they can rely on. I don't think Peyton Watson is ready to be inserted into that starting lineup. I don't think. Damn it, who's the other guy? It's not Reggie Jackson. Who's the other guard on Denver? No, Christian Braun probably not ready to be inserted into the starting lineup yet for the Nuggets.
Well, also, Denver and star Jamal Murray are working toward a 4-year, $209 million max contract this offseason.
Yeah, that's crazy, all things considered. I know OG Anunoby got 5 years, 212, but Jamal Murray, 4 years, 200. Like, I'd rather pay Jamal Murray, in my opinion.
Colby's saying that I'm Derek White with hair, and Smitty is Horford or Hauser. You look like Hauser.
I do look like Hauser.
You don't look like
actually.
Horford, unfortunately.
If I was rocking like no glasses all the time, I probably would get some Hauser comparisons. Yeah, Justin Holiday. That's who's the other two guard. It's funny. I don't know if this is just a glitch on ESPN's website, but I looked up Denver Nuggets depth chart, and it just has point guard, small forward, power forward, center. So they run 4 out there. No wonder they lost. What do we got? You know what? You said speaking of trade, why don't we run through a couple trades that happened today?
Very true. All right,
Got
and then
about
we're
10
going to get
minutes.
into some Porzingis injury update, and then we'll get right into the draft. How
So
about that?
let's see. Where do we start? I believe we start
The Warriors, right?
here. Yeah, we start here.
Oh, this is I didn't see this trade,
right
actually.
before the Warriors trade did go down. The Pistons will receive former Duke Blue Devil. Shout out to my Dukies. Let's go. Kyle Flip going to make teams pay for not taking him in round 1. Wendell Moore Jr. going to the Pistons along with pick number 37. And the Timberwolves just get pick 53. It's interesting, like, Minnesota's just trying to get off that deal, which I know Wendell Moore, I think, was a second-round pick. So I can't imagine what Minnesota's thought process was here. Maybe he just didn't fit on the roster anymore. They had to get rid of somebody. They just got Rob Dillingham yesterday. So, interesting trade there.
No, he was pick number 26.
26, okay, yeah.
Round 1. Oh my God, he's from Richmond.
Yeah, Wendell Moore, he was, I personally believe that he wasn't ready to come out of college when he was drafted, and he hasn't really blossomed into anything in the NBA just yet. And he just got packaged with a lower pick than he got traded for, so Minnesota could get rid of him. Not exactly a promising sign for Wendell Moore. Next up.
How you feel?
Full transparency, everybody. I have been taking over the Warriors channel here at Chat Sports, so I'm kind of pulling all the strings there. Got a good friend, Chase Senior, on the camera for that channel this off season, and we just had to break down this trade. Breaking news: Lindy Waters III, a swingman from the OKC Thunder.
Lindy Waters III.
Yeah, it sounds like
very like
British,
like BC.
Yeah. Like this is a Victorian
Lindy
England.
Waters III.
Yeah, like Lindy, he's gonna go challenge you to a duel. He gets traded for pick 52 from Golden State. So Golden State no longer has a pick at all in this 2024 NBA draft. I doubt Lindy Waters really makes much of an impact in Golden State, but hey, if he impresses the coaching staff, maybe an injury falls his way, and he can crack that rotation. We'll have to wait and see. Next one, this is probably the biggest, definitely not, because that'll be the next one, but a decent trade nonetheless. Former first-round pick, another Duke Blue Devil, A.J. Griffin, getting traded to the Rockets for pick 44 from Atlanta. A.J. Griffin really just never found his footing for the Hawks, so now you got a new opportunity. So adding some depth in the wing in Houston, and hopefully you can blossom a little bit more than he has already. Now this is probably the biggest trade we've had so far today. Former lottery pick Davion Mitchell on his way to Toronto, along with Sasha Vezenkov and the 2024 second-round pick at 45. Jalen McDaniels, not Jaden, Jalen McDaniels, the worst one of the two, will be headed to Sacramento. And that's all we have so far.
I was interpreting it with
You were like that. The sign language teacher, Waka Flocka Flame.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she was doing. But she was fire. Waka loved it.
All right, let's talk about some recent news that happened earlier today with Kristaps Porzingis, and he did undergo successful surgery to repair that tendon in his left leg. Tim Bontemps tweeting out, the Celtics say Porzingis had surgery to repair a torn
retinaculum.
Retinaculum,
yep.
Retinaculum.
Pretty much, yeah. Retinaculum.
Dislocated. All right, no laughing. And dislocated posterior tibialis tendon, and that he will return to play in 5 to 6 months, meaning he'll be out well into the start of the season, and if my calculations are right, I'm looking at late November, possibly December, when he could possibly return. And you got to think the NBA starts about 2 weeks ahead of November, and you could say the first 2 months don't necessarily matter, but they do. And it's gonna make a world of difference for the Boston Celtics what moves they make this summer, what free agents, what pick number 54 is gonna lead into.
Is Luke Cornett coming back?
I mean, they could honestly sign Luke Cornett to 1 more year just because of Porzingis.
Yeah, I feel like we need Luke Cornett back in some capacity now because of.
It can't be all Horford.
It can't be all Horford.
It definitely can't be Jordan Walsh or Neemias Queta or Xavier Tillman.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Tillman also a free agent. Neemias Queta, is he? I think he's on another year on his deal. But Queta, I just don't know if he's ready to. Maybe he is.
Unless this summer.
Maybe he takes the offseason.
I mean, he could have a Jonathan Kuminga type of summer where he just flourishes.
Yeah.
But it'll take some time.
Yeah, definitely takes some time.
So KP actually tweeted this out as well. Thanks for the support. Everything went smooth. Now we will take time to heal. Get ready to go again. The fact that he even played in Game 5 is still blasphemy to me.
Yeah,
so,
with this timetable on an injury, it's incredible that he was even able to be out there.
I mean, this is a serious injury.
Yeah.
I mean, he just had
5 to 6 months.
6 months, dude. Like that.
That's like a torn meniscus.
It is.
Probably it's more than a torn meniscus.
Honestly, though, if I'm Brad, I might honestly be thinking past Porzingis here because he's already had injury issues, and now you have a recently repaired tendon in your left leg, which they're now going to have to monitor moving forward. So you may want to go out and get possibly like an Andre Drummond or another actual free agent big here. You can keep low on that minimum, $1 million through $5 million if you're looking to really beef up your depth chart at that center position. But that is the latest injury update on Kristaps Porzingis.
And the Celtics, they're now looking at a situation where they're probably going to go at a front court spot at pick 54 today. So who do you guys want the Celtics to draft at pick 54? Let us know in the chat. Not sure Kyle Filipowski will make his way all the way down there, but there is some intriguing front court options that will be available toward the end of the draft. So what do you guys think? Who's a name that you guys are looking for Boston to be drafting at pick 54.
Also, this will be the link to the to my tweet,
Okay.
which has the link to the stream.
Nice. Retweet that. Everybody retweet that. So that's good coming in from Celtic Raider there, because I love this player as well. Adem Bana from UCLA. He was really great his freshman year, dealt with a little bit of injury in the middle of his college career, then had a strong senior campaign last season. And he's just an athletic. Think about Neemias Queta, but like way more athletic. Like Neemias Queta, but way more athletic. And that is Adem Bana. He's a great rim runner, lob threat, really athletic dunker. Like he dunks with ferocity, and he is a great rim protector as well. Not much of an offensive game, but it's something that he has gotten better at, especially back to the basket play over his career at UCLA. So interesting selection there, possibility from Celtic Raider. I like Adem Bana. PJ Hall also available. We talked about him in our video earlier today. And then Kyle Filipowski. I mean, who knows? I doubt he falls. I'm sure he'll be picked within one of the first couple of picks in this second round here. But if he does, Celtics would be silly to pass on him.
We got a $2 super chat coming here from Colby Mead, Allie and Smitty. Which Celtics player am I? Well, unfortunately, Colby, we don't know you in terms of personality, but just from your profile picture, I'm going to guess you're tall. So I'm going to give it a Luke Cornett, Porzingis type of vibe.
I'm going to go with Colby. You seem like a caring individual, somebody that loves teamwork and it buys into a system, a team. I'm going to give you Al Horford, brother.
Oh, I love that.
Give me a big Al. Let's go, Colby. Appreciate the super chat, my man.
All right. With that being said, what do you guys think the Boston Celtics will end up doing with pick number 54? Do you think they're going to draft? Do you think they're going to trade? I think it just depends on what they have in that is available at pick number 54. I made the graphic. Did it not move over?
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Will the Celtics trade the 54th pick overall? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Aiden saying we should draft the center. Ed Robbins said, okay, all be safe. I'm outie. Appreciate you for hopping in, Ed Robbins. Hope you have a great day, my man. Colby saying take Bronny and sign LeBron. We're going to get that all day, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be Bronny talk all the way until he's either drafted or the Celtics pick is up.
Celtic Raiders saying, I think they will take a forward or, what does that say? Or a center if nothing there, then trade it. Yeah, I could see it.
The problem is they're going to, so what we just learned today is that second apron teams, which is the Boston Celtics, they're paying up the ass for their roster to stay intact. Second apron teams are not allowed to purchase a pick. So the Celtics will either keep this 54th overall pick or trade it away for a future draft pick, and they cannot trade back in to the second round today.
The GOAT Celtics going to get Looney. Looney just signed on to the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors guaranteed Looney's contract. That would have to be done in a trade, and I'm not sure if Boston has the assets to match even an $8 million player like Looney. You have to give up a bunch of players.
Looney is the guy that's going to help push the Celtics.
Yeah,
he fell off big time
He doesn't stretch the floor. He's really not a great defender anymore.
He got beat out by freshman
he got beat out by Trey Jackson-Davis. So if you guys are ready for the draft, though, let's get involved. Let's get this chat pumping. We got over 100 people in the chat right now. We need to double that. Let's get to 200 people rocking with us for the second round of the NBA
My
draft.
chat rate right now is 15. I need this to be over 300 with less than a minute left to go into the NBA draft. Spam go as many times you guys possibly can in this chat right now.
Fortunes.
And let's get it rolling.
Mwad, Celtic Raider, Aiden A, Christopher Domingo, Colby, Fortunes, come on.
Mwad, Celtic Raider, Aiden A. I got Donald, Cletus, Jason Dyer, El Migos, spamming go. I got KW in the chat in here as well. Keep spamming go as many times you guys possibly can. I got 95 people in this stream right now, and my chat rate is slowly going up. Let's keep it going. Ron's in here. I got Sally in here. Ming James, Christopher Domingo, Brian, Anthony Ritchie, Mr. Basketball's in here as well. I'm starting to get some more names in here. Obviously, it's working. Our viewership's going up. Keep going, my boys. Keep going. Steven Smith, forgot the A. ZL in the chat. Ron Tardif, what's up, my man? Been a while, Ron. Let's go. Colby Mead. Spam and go. Come on, let me get a new name in here. Let me get a new name. If you guys haven't commented just yet, comment right now, and let's get this thing rolling. We have less than 30 seconds to go before the NBA draft. It does start the second round of the NBA draft, first time ever on 2 separate days. Tycoon in the chat. Let's go. My chat rate's now at 103. Can we get it to over 300? Can we get it to over 300, my boy?
That'd be nuts.
Robert saying, let's go. John's Music saying, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
That was really good. All right, let's go, people.
I can.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go,
Not
let's
gonna
go.
lie, I got some party tricks with my voice.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Dude, this freaking this Stephon Castle, who's the TikToker?
Jared McCain?
Jared McCain. I'm very nervous for he starts playing bad. If he starts playing bad in the NBA, they're gonna use his TikToks for collateral.
But Sixers fans, if he plays well, like if the Sixers win and he has a great game, like they're gonna use his TikToks to flex on people. They're gonna be like, you just lost to Jared McCain, you just lost to a TikToker. He's a great player. Well, I like McCain a lot. Got to watch him a couple of times this year. Down here in Dallas, Texas, during the NCAA tournament, watched the Sweet 16 game against Houston, and then watched his Elite 8 game. Unfortunately, Duke fell to NC State. DJ Burns, that big boy.
Oh my God, the draft starts in 15 minutes.
Bro.
Resumes in a, what do you mean draft?
Are they really doing this?
Dude, spam boo. Spam boo in the
boo.
chat. I'm so sick of ESPN just picking whatever time they want to start their coverage all the time. I'm done with it. Spam boo in the chat. I'm done. The draft now starts in 11 minutes and 40 seconds. They told us it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time, not 4:15. Not 4:15. Spam boo.
They delayed the draft. Spam boo in the chat.
I'm so sick of this.
Nah, this is a dumpster fire. I despise the fact that this is a 2-day event now. They have no business. Just because there's nothing on TV doesn't mean like what are we doing?
Boo! Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Done with it. Done with it. This is why you guys come to Chat Sports, because we start on time. We start on time. We don't mess around. Celtic Raiders saying no need for it to be 2 days. Mr. Basketball, Ron, Fortunes, Tycoon, KW, Aiden, spamming tomatoes in the chat. Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Boo! God, this shit pisses me off, dude. I bet like the round table didn't even know. Stephen A. Smith out there.
Stephen A. Smith didn't even know who was drafted in the top 10 last night. His job is to cover basketball.
You know he ain't do shit. He went home and smoked a cigar.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good night. Well, now we got 15 more minutes, man.
Is this some kind of sick joke?
I knew it! I literally called it.
What happened?
I called it, Smitty.
What happened?
Trevor Lawrence is having a baby.
I feel like, when did we talk about that?
I called it in my head.
Okay.
When I saw their recent Instagram post, I'm not going to say why I thought it, but sometimes a female's body adjusts to a newborn being in her belly, and Marissa Lawrence is pregnant. Wow.
Congrats to T-Law.
Congrats to T-Law. I literally called it. Called it. Trevor Lawrence is pregnant. Trace doesn't care. Wow, that's crazy. I
They
said Trevor
delayed the
Lawrence is pregnant. Trevor Lawrence. They're having a baby.
He does look like a girl. Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, Ron said you're a lefty, Allie. You hoop
This
too?
is,
I am not a lefty, but I am dribbling to my left because, as you guys can see, my court is to my right. So, but no, I am not a baller. I played growing up, but that's about it. That's about all I have to do. It's at 4:15 now. 3:15. And you know it's gonna take 3 hours. The second round's going to take 3 hours.
The time slot, I looked
They
at.
don't have to do grades and stuff.
Yep. Well, yeah, we just have one, but
we just have, and that's a cut into live.
It's right at the end of the draft.
Because we worked normal hours tomorrow, so. No, we should be out here by 6:37.
Yeah. But ESPN's time slot for this broadcast is from 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern. So, like, they have 3 hours slotted out for this draft. Unbelievable that the NBA draft needs to take up 7 hours. 7 hours for 58 picks.
Smith, pull up the super chat menu.
We got
How much can Smitty and I drink in the next 7 minutes and 55 seconds? How much can Smitty and I drink in the next 7 minutes and 55 seconds? Let's go. LA Crash Talk coming in with a $2 super chat. What up, Allie and Celtics fans? A Laker Nation for life. Raider Nation for life. Appreciate you, LA Crash Dog. We know you're a Lakers and a Raiders fan, but you're also a fan of our show, so I appreciate that. All right, boys. Let's start swinging. Let's start swinging. How much can Smitty and I drink in 7 minutes and 30 seconds? $50, we're doing a beer bong and a shotgun race. $20 gets you on the basketball. $100, Smitty's going to dunk on me, or I'm going to dunk on Smitty. We get $500 in total, a beer boot race. While we are waiting for the draft, we're doing nothing but drinking.
Let's do it.
We're doing nothing but drinking. Let's get those super chats rolling in. You know what? $20, I'll do a shot. $50, I'm doing a beer bong race. $100, I'll do a shotgun, and I'll do a boot for $500. So I'm drinking on all of these, all right? $20 a shot, $50 a beer bong race, $100 a shotgun race, and $500 in total. That is when I do an alley boot. How about that? All right, let's go. I got 100 people in here. Who's going to get this drinking boat started? Who's going to get this drinking boat started? Felicia. If we ever had like a wiffle ball tournament, I'm bringing Felicia in this bitch. She's going to be my bat. Oh, man. It's Thursday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get to... Ooh, Pat McAfee saying the Boston Celtics got a junkyard dog in the NBA draft last night.
Yeah, Baylor Sharman's a dog.
They called him a walking bucket.
He is. He got a nice step-back move, very in control when he catches the basketball, underrated playmaker, and he crashes the glass. Everything you could want out of a Celtics draft pick.
All right, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Who's going to be the first person to send in a super chat here, huh? Whoever sends in the first super chat, I will put your name on the basketball. For any amount, I will put your name on the basketball. I don't have my white pen here.
Next super chat gets on the ball?
Next super chat gets on the ball.
That's crazy.
Any amount. Just get us started. All we need is somebody to get us started. We have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to do as many beer bongs as we possibly can. Let's get this thing rolling here, shall we? Derek Jeter dated Tyra Banks. LA Crash Dog! Coming in with a $20 super chat! Bang!
Let's go.
Colby Mead coming in with
Crash
$1. Colby Mead coming in with $1 as well. But tell you what,
It's Crash
Spam
Dog.
LA. He's already on the board.
So Crash Dog's already on there. Should we get Colby
Spam
on there
LA.
then?
Colby's already on here.
Oh, Colby is already on there.
Spam LA. As many times you can. All right, shout out to you, my boy. All right, I need
Crash Dog.
I do need some Patron.
I can grab that for you.
Spinny, go and grab that for us. All right, LA Crash Dog, open the floodgates. We still have 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I have yet to do a beer bong. Let's get it. Because I would prefer to do a beer bong before I took a shot, just because I think it goes down a little bit better, in my opinion. But we have to see.
Spam LA in the chat to get your name on the board.
Colby Mead, Allie, what would you do if somebody donated $1,000? I would get a shamrock tattoo.
That'd be crazy.
I would. I would get I was literally visiting my dad this past weekend, and he goes, "Are you gonna get the shamrock tattoo?" And I'm like, "No, we didn't get $4,000 on NBA Finals night." And he goes, "I think it'd be pretty cool." If somebody sent in $1,000 super chat, I would get a shamrock tattoo.
Our parents are very different because I told my mother about that, and she said you wouldn't be allowed home.
Robert Smith, no affiliation to Tyler Smith.
Speaking of my dad.
Coming. Is that your dad?
That's my dad's name.
Oh, he said,
dad.
speaking of my dad. But it's not Smitty's dad, just his name. Robert Smith coming in with a $20 super chat. Here we go. Round 2. Bang. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's
Robbie
go,
Roo.
let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
All right, so what are you doing now?
I also have a Venmo. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll ixnay the shot, and I'll just do a beer bong for those 220s. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
How about that? E-Money saying drink up. You got it, my boy. A little ASMR for you guys. Oh, she's beautiful. Why does he have a black eye? Celtic Raider coming in with a $2 super chat. How do we feel about DJ Burns?
Good.
Not draft, but free agent.
It's a good idea, Celtic Raider. He's got to cut some weight, no doubt.
Got that Zion body.
To be able to, he's 2 Zions. To be able to be in NBA shape, be able to keep up and down that high pace of play and get up and down a bigger court. So DJ Burns, I would take a look at him on the undrafted free agent market, but definitely not worth a draft pick. Chug, 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 down. All right.
I almost threw up.
Almost threw up.
Oh, God. It doesn't stop. It's so bubbly.
All right.
I feel like I'm constantly doing the Sprite challenge here.
Appreciate you, Celtic Raider.
Guys, we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, and Smitty hasn't drank yet.
I
I'm a
have
little
not.
bit pissed off.
Come on.
How come I do a beer bong and he doesn't?
Yeah.
Smitty needs a drink.
Listen, if we get
Smitty needs a drink. Smitty needs a drink.
If we get there.
Smitty needs a drink.
If we get.
Smitty needs a drink.
If we get a
Smitty
20.
needs a drink.
If we get a
Stop
20.
talking while I'm doing
Come
that.
on. If we get a 20.
Smitty needs a drink. 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 Smitty needs a drink.
Hasn't come yet.
That's what she said.
That's right.
Will you link Warriors today for Colby Mead?
Sure.
Wolfshark Kids, Smitty needs a drink. Somebody send in 1,000.
I'll drink every single beverage that we have here at Chat Sports if somebody sent in $1,000.
I would pay for your medical bill.
That I would have to go to the hospital, no doubt about
Yeah.
that. What did he get? Wait, no, I didn't get paid for what, brother? Yeah, I'll drink, but we got to get another 20. I'll throw down a beer shotgun, but we got to get another 20.
And we got about a minute and 30 left to do so.
Left to do it.
All right, guys, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
I'd be drunk for a week. Yeah, if we drank everything in this thing, I'd probably have alcohol poisoning.
No, you'd be in the ground. Unfortunately, I would go to your funeral, but
That's fair.
It'd be sad. I might shed a tear. Smitty needs a drink. Smitty
Colby,
needs a drink.
this is the channel that I work on at Chat Sports, if you were wondering. This is the channel that I work on at Chat Sports, if you were wondering. So if you want to subscribe to that, I'll be making a couple appearances on the channel. I do the shorts on the channel as well, so I'll be on my face is on that channel, no doubt about it.
All right. Feel free to send in super chats throughout the night as well. We are in a super chat battle with the 76ers channel and the Knicks channel as well.
Fortune says, what is the top donation we have ever got? $5 billies.
500.
Ed Robbins, shout out to him.
Ed Robbins sent it the minute the buzzer went off and the Boston Celtics were NBA champions.
Appreciate you, Colby.
Mark Tatum.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's not even Adam Silver being hosted in Barclays?
Well, it never is the commissioner in round 2,
oh,
but
that's right, yeah.
it is not in Barclays Center now.
Oh, this is so
This is lame.
This is so lame.
This is lame.
It's in like a NBA studio in New York, and these families are just sitting at tables, like no food, no drinks, no nothing, just like waiting to hear their name called. And it's so personal. Like there's no fans, there's nothing.
This is awkward. This is gonna get memed
this.
on Twitter. This is getting memed on Twitter. This thing stinks. What do you guys think Boston should do with pick 54, though, as the Raptors are now on the clock? Trade or draft? Type T for trade, type D for draft, if you think there should be somebody who tickles your fancy as far as somebody that could join the Celtics roster. Would love to hear from you.
Fancy. Tickles your fancy. We also do have that player 4 rank as well that we made, the player 3 rank that we made earlier as well.
Yes.
If you ever need that. Got about 100 people watching. 62 people have liked it here. All right, Toronto is now on the clock with 2:45 left to go. Let's see who they're going to take here at pick number 31 in the NBA draft round 2. And as always, we go to Twitter to see if there is a leak.
I wonder how much of this draft in the second round will be getting leaked. But Woj is there, so you never know.
All right. Tyler Kolek still on the board. Tyler Smith. You also have Kyle Filipowski. Furphy is still on the board as well. Justin Edwards, the wing out of Kentucky. All right. What should Boston do with pick number 54? Type T for trade, type D for draft.
Who's taking flip? Celtic Raider? Not us. He ain't making it to 54. Also, sneaky, I kind of want Adem Bana on my team because it would be a Celtics jersey that says Bana on the back, and I would love that. If anybody knows why, you're a real one. Oso Ighodaro from KW. I'm an Oso Ighodaro fan. He showed a lot of promise at Marquette. Somebody who can do a lot of things in the basketball court. Great back to the basket game. Great feel and touch around the rim. He's an underrated distributor as well. Can rebound the ball. Pretty decent defender, but that's not necessarily where he makes his money. He's more of a facilitating, point forward type of player. I like Ighodaro a lot. I think that'd be a cool pick for Boston to get. I think he might actually be gone by pick 54 as well, though. Who knows?
The pick is in with 15 seconds to spare. Toronto Raptors are selecting Jonathan Mogbo.
Oh, my Warriors.
At number 31.
Damn it. Well,
sorry.
Warriors don't have a pick anyway, so it doesn't
Quickly
matter.
off the board there.
Yeah, Mogbo's a good ball player, man.
Mogbo is in. Let's go on ahead and see what Rolly has to say here on his big board about Mogbo. And he's going to give the big out of San Fran. Almost 23 years old, standing at 6'6", 217 pounds, with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, that's a lot of arm length, dude.
Switchable defender.
I love it, man. He's number 42 on the big board here. 14.2 points per game. 10 boards a game. Nice double-double there. 3.6 assists, 1.6 steals, and 64% from the field. So a +6 wingspan allows him to be an excellent lob threat and rebounder. A great passer, natural playmaking feel. But he does actually have to take into the consideration here that he is undersized. Still being 6'6" is not really a big.
He plays bigger than he is.
Yeah,
but
he could definitely be a power forward, small forward.
Yeah, small ball forward for sure.
Yeah.
Needs to improve the 3-point shot though.
Is Mogbo there? Let me see.
Imagine. Mogbo is what they're calling him.
Nope,
Okay.
he's not there.
They're calling him a center here. 6'6" center. Who is
Barely
this?
6'6".
Draymond Green? But he is versatile. He can bring the ball up the floor. He can push the pace. Great in transition, and that was a ferocious dunk he just threw down there.
Comparison is Chris Silva.
Chris Silva.
That's what Rolly gave him.
Not going to lie, I don't even know who Chris Silva is. Jonathan Mogbo, though, at San Francisco last year, 14 points a game, 10 boards, so a double-double machine. 3.5 assists, so an underrated playmaker. 3.5 assists in college, especially for a player of his size and position, is incredible. And very effective field goal percentage at 63.5%.
Evan O'Connor with the ringer is actually giving a little bit of shade here in his shades for Mogbo. He's given shades of Ben Simmons if he were a hooper.
Wow, that is shade at Ben Simmons.
Oh, Utah Jazz are now on the clock, and I swear if each team takes all 4 minutes, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I'm gonna lose it.
Can we not do that, guys? Let's be a little. Let's be.
Oh, Smitty.
What?
Oh, Smitty.
This is Flip.
Oh, Smitty.
This is Flip, isn't
The
it?
Utah Jazz are taking Duke Big Kyle Filipowski.
He'll fit right in.
Flip's gone. Flip's off the board.
He'll fit right in.
Damn. Flip is gone. The Utah Jazz are selecting Kyle Filipowski with pick number 32. They wasted no time on this as Shams Charania is
Danny Ainge
leaking
pick
this
if I've ever
on
seen one.
Twitter. We knew Flip was going in the top 3 in round 2.
That's a Danny Ainge pick if I've ever seen one.
If the Celtics passed up on Flip at pick number 30, he was going pick number 32. Kyle Filipowski, Smitty doesn't like his defense.
He stinks on defense.
Well, he has the number 18 overall on Rolly's big board here. So
It was a huge shock that he fell this far, though. Huge shock.
he kind of was the anchor here in terms of the consistent defense that the Duke Big did provide. Kevin O'Connor really pointed out how shifty he is with his hands. He does a very good job at swatting and poking at the ball when guards are coming up on him, and so he will find his way. But he is 6'10", big boy. 230 pounds, offensively talented, can score at all 3 levels, which will be perfect for the Utah Jazz there. He's a playmaker, and he gives the right reads when given the ball as a playmaking hub. But Rolly did mention athletic limitations and will limit his defensive ceiling in rim protection abilities, but they're going to compare him here to Mo Wagner.
Mo Wagner, that's a good take. I said a poor man's Lauri Markkanen, shades of Kelly Olynyk as well, but I just don't know if he's a below average 3-point shooter, man. Like less than 35%. It's good, not great, and he's gonna really need to improve that if he wants to be of any value in the NBA because we know defensively he's a liability. But Filipowski off the board, going to Utah. That is probably music to his girlfriend's ears because she's a Mormon.
And she's 30.
And she's approaching 30. So there you go. If you guys want some tea on Kyle Filipowski, there you go.
This is why you guys subscribe.
That's right. This is why you guys
Celtics
subscribe to the
Today
channel.
by Chat Sports. Smitty has the tea on draft picks girlfriends.
That's right.
Dude, I'm telling you, there needs to be a documentary, a 30 for 30, if you will, on girlfriends being interviewed before the draft, and then 10 years into their career, they go back to that girl, and they are not with that same player.
I was about to say, you could definitely shorten.
They just find the girl. They just find the girl and they
Just
tell
see
her.
what she's
They
been
talk
doing.
about the breakup story.
Yeah.
I would watch that in a heartbeat because the one I always think of is when Russell Wilson got drafted and you see his blonde girlfriend. I mean, just cheering her ass off.
Yeah.
She got that bag, and she did not see Sierra coming.
Nope.
Nobody saw Sierra coming.
Yeah, and I mean they never had a child together either, so she did not get that bag.
All right, the Utah Jazz. They're now actually physically saying the selection with Kyle Filipowski. It looks like I'm watching NBA Today.
This is what is this? The Jump with Rachel
This
Nichols?
looks like The Jump,
What are
yeah.
we doing? This is a brutal broadcast. I'm not gonna lie. Because the kind of the allure with the draft being one night is that it stays in the same location. They do it like this.
I
feels
thought
like
they were going to go back.
You know what this feels like? This feels like a COVID draft.
Oh my God!
This feels like we're doing it from
does.
Roger Goodell's basement.
Oh my God! It does. From his chair.
This is ridiculous.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Let me see if I can find anything on Twitter here. See if they're feeling the same way we are. I am not a fan. I mean, you got to think it's still at 4 p.m. Eastern. People aren't even off of work yet. I would love to see the viewership. I want to see the viewership for sure after this is done. Colby says he's going to head out. Appreciate you, my man. Have a great day, Colby.
You have a great day, bro.
All right, the Bucks are on the clock now. 3 minutes left to go. I know Smitty, as the new channel manager for the Warriors, has really been eyeing to see what the Bucks do here in terms of whether or not they're going to draft somebody that can allow them to actually trade a Bobby Portis to the Golden State Warriors. We'll have to wait and see.
There's rumors, I don't know who created them, but the NBA trade report on Twitter, which I mean, has tweeted some verified things before, said that the Warriors are trying to go get Bobby Portis for Andrew Wiggins. And Milwaukee, I think, has shown a little bit of interest in...
oh, look what Tatum tweeted.
A lot of my team's going to regret passing up on Flip. Yeah, the Tatum and Flip hung out before Flip's freshman year at Duke. And, yeah, shout out the Brotherhood, man. Love my Blue Devils. And I'm glad to see Filipowski's going to land somewhere where he can carve out a role on that Jazz team. Because it's interesting that they're looking to potentially move a guy like Walker Kessler on that team, who, in my opinion, is a promising young player, man in the middle there. Over 7 feet tall, good shot blocker. I don't know why they would get rid of him, but who knows? Maybe if they do, Kyle Filipowski can find himself some good rotation minutes in Utah.
1:45 left in the clock here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Taking their sweet time. What a table, man. Bob Myers, Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, and Woj.
Yeah.
One doesn't belong.
Yeah. Stephen A.
All right, 1:30 now left for the Bucks here. A couple of big names still left on the board, but the top 10 does not have, the top 10 best available from ESPN does not have Bronny James here listed. So he'll definitely be a bottom 5 draftee, if at all. All right, still no leak. And there's 1 minute left on the clock here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Who do you guys think the Bucks are going to take? They need athleticism and perimeter defense is what ESPN is listing here. Dude, that lemon lime is kicking my ass. All right.
What do we got here? Can we get a leak? Can these picks go as quickly as possible?
No, they're taking all 4 minutes, dude.
It's utterly ridiculous. The Bucks have 30 seconds left on their clock. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is why you guys subscribe, though, because we're covering every single aspect of the Boston Celtics here on the channel. Hit that sub button for me. I'm going to throw the link in the chat right now. If you're not subscribed, you're not alive.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
All right, it looks like the Milwaukee Bucks are selecting Tyler Smith.
That's me!
Nope, with pick number 33. Have you been waiting to say that?
That's right, I've been drafted.
Are you going to go tweet?
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Smith, the player out of G League Ignite. The 6'9" forward. He's about 19 years old with a 7-foot wingspan, and he weighs about 224 pounds. Got a smooth shooter here going to Milwaukee. Fit right in with Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a solid post player as well. He's got the height for sure, and he's mainly known for his jumpers and taking those mid-range shots for sure. But unfortunately, kind of a non-factor on defense, so they'll have to take that in there. They need a perimeter defense, and they need athleticism. I think you can find some athleticism here. He's a versatile front-court player, according to The Ringer by Kevin O'Connor. So he averaged 9.3 points per game, 33% from a three-point line. He averaged about 2 three-point attempts a game, so not very good there. 5 boards and 1 block, so he definitely does his best work around the rim there. and he's got an athletic leaping ability as well. So they're definitely checking off the athleticism for sure in this draft pick. But it took them a whole 4 minutes. A whole 4 minutes.
All glory to God. I'm a two-sport athlete now. Anything is possible.
What other sport did you play?
Football.
When did you play football?
I'm on the Cowboys right now.
Tyler Smith and the Cowboys? Oh,
I'm literally on the Cowboys, and now I'm in Milwaukee.
I'm
sorry. It's gonna be a tough schedule to manage, but I can do it. I won't be playing NBA games on Sundays.
All right. What do you have on yourself there, Tyler Smith?
Well, Tyler Smith is a charming young man, and he is. I wish I had. This is just absurd. I would really love if our graphics worked. That'd be awesome.
Is it freezing?
It's all network errored right now.
Cool. Let's go to Rolly's big board here, shall we? Let's go to Rolly's big board. Let's see what he wrote about his good friend Tyler Smith. Pretty much said an explosive finisher who you do not want to jump with. And he wrote that in all capital letters here. Finished a lot of thunderous slams in transition on putbacks and off alley-oops. Struggled in the NBA Combine, but shot solid in terms of efficiency in the G League. And here's what Smith has to say about his fellow name sharer.
Yeah, I guess name sharer. Tyler Smith, he's an athlete. This guy can get up there, block shots. He can run and dunk like, he can jump out the gym basically. 6'9", but he's aggressive attacking the rim. He is a solid enough ball handler where he can take defenders one-on-one to the rack. And, yeah, he didn't shoot great at the NBA Combine, but he was pretty solid overall for the G League Ignite. I think he shot 36% from three for the G League Ignite this season. So not a bad pick for Milwaukee here, going and getting another athlete to bang down low with Giannis Antetokounmpo and company. But, hey, that's a power forward, somebody that they're going to look to get in their rotation later on. And could it be a potential Bobby Portis replacement if they were to trade him away?
Oh, look at Smitty.
Never know. You never know.
Look at Smitty looking at Smitty.
So let's see what Rolly had to say on his assessment of Tyler Smith here. Rolly had this to say. Says, very explosive finisher, whether in transition or on putbacks off alley-oops. I said that. Smooth jumper, shot efficiently with the Ignite. Like I said, 36% from three. High energy player, but needs to give more effort on the boards and defense. So, yeah, he seems like a guy, typical G League Ignite guy, thinks he's better than everybody else, thinks he doesn't have to do the dirty work, and that's probably why the Celtics didn't elect to go with him at pick 30, and the Bucks ended up going with him at 33. Typical Milwaukee move here.
Not me. Literally confused when you said, Allie, oops.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's
no,
tough.
no, not noops. We're all good here. But now on the clock will be the Portland Trailblazers, who in this draft have gotten some pretty good value. Donovan Clingan at 7. And then now they look ahead and they try to pick up their next piece of the rotation. Here, I'm looking for a wing for Portland, so we'll see what they do.
Duncan saying, Smitty to the Bucks.
I'm on the Bucks, baby.
Smitty to the Bucks. All right. Well, it looks like the pick is in here for the Portland Trailblazers at number 34. No leaks just yet, so we'll have to wait and see what Mark Tatum has to announce. 115 people watching in here, but we only have a chat rate of 1. So I need you guys right now.
Can we get the shams going?
Spam your shams. Get this chat rolling here. Get this chat rolling in here, baby. Let me know we're not alone.
I'm on the Bucks, baby.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on the Bucks.
Boat.
Peep me. Look at this name. Look at that name. I'm on the Bucks, baby.
This is so cringy. It hurts.
Let's go.
I have secondhand embarrassment.
Everybody in the chat loves it, by the way. We trade Smitty for Giannis. Well, that would make sense. They're both in the Bucks, brother. Duncan in the chat. What up, brother? Good to see you.
Hello,
Tim
brother.
S. spamming his shams. You already know. Come on, can we make the chat bleed green right now? So KW said Bucks Live by Chat Sports, hosted by Smitty.
I like We Trade Smutty.
Ooh, we trade Smutty. No, we're definitely not doing that.
We trade Smutty for Giannis.
Get him going. Anthony Ritchie in the chat already knows what's up. Appreciate you, my man. Steve Smith says, leak us the Bucks game plan and you'll be a Celtic legend for real.
So the
I will
New
do
York
that.
Knicks via Portland is selecting Tyler Kolek at number 34. Damn. They got a scrappy-ass Marquette guard, man.
Shit.
Damn.
I like Tyler Kolek a lot, not gonna
Me
lie.
too.
I'm a fan of Tyler Kolek.
Damn.
The Knicks have made a trade.
Adding on to the backcourt that is already forming here for the New York Knicks, the Marquette guard. I like him, man. I think he's scrappy. I love guards out of Marquette as well, man. You can never go wrong. But
Shout out D-Wade.
is this the trade that happened from yesterday?
No, this is right now, I think.
Well, Sam said the trade details are in, so.
Yeah, here we go.
So the New York Knicks traded 3 second-round picks. That was probably from the trade they got. Yes, they got six second-round picks.
From OKC, yeah.
Yeah.
We got 5
So
second
they
rounders.
gave them 3 of those to get number 34, which is where they just selected Tyler Kolek.
Wow. What
Yeah,
a good
that's
pick.
tough.
Good pick by the Knicks. They
That is
went up,
tough, man.
They went up and got their guy. Maybe should have went in the first round last night. Who knows?
15.3 points per game, 50% from the field.
He can't read, though.
7.7 assists. I mean, I liked Kolek, man, for
I don't
sure.
know if you're aware of this, but
He
he
can't
can't
read?
read.
Like read.
He's illiterate.
Oh, well, so am I.
Tyler Kolek, there were rumors about him being really bad in school and not a good student, not somebody who. These were all to be rumors to be unfounded. They were just funny rumors that Big East Twitter ran with, and it was funny to see some signs in the crowd during the season around Tyler Kolek saying he can't read and stuff like that. It's hilarious, but.
He's a cerebral player who excels reading opposing defenses and opponents' leverages. They actually gave him shades of Jalen Brunson in the Ringer. I do remember that.
Interesting.
Great playmaker. He'll be able to run second unit as primary ball handler early in his career, but he does have a limited athletically. Will struggle against size. I mean, the role players, man. The New York role players.
Crazy.
Crazy.
The first ever super team of role players.
Need to figure out what you're going to do with Hartenstein, boy, instead of adding on to your backcourt.
15 a game last year, 7.5.
Ahead and,
that's got to be assists. That can't be right.
It's 7.5 assists, yes.
Yeah, our stat graphic is wrong, but
Go ahead and spam your FNYK in the chat. Spam FNYK in the chat. F the Knicks.
who's on the clock?
F the Knicks.
On the clock now will be the San Antonio Spurs. This is a big pick for them.
The pick is actually already in.
Interesting. I wonder if they would have gone with Kolek here, and that's why the Knicks jumped up and got him, because they do need some more ball handling in San Antonio, no doubt about that.
Spam FNYK in the chat for me, please.
If you hate the Knicks, spam FNYK. Let's go. Rocky Bradley knows what's up. Christopher Domingo, Anthony Ritchie, and Tycoon know what's up. F. Marshall says sour. Let's go. Bruce, Tycoon, keep it up.
Keep it up. Oh, man. Frickin' Knicks, dude. I can hear Marshall going absolutely berserk about a second-round pick right now. All right, Mark Tatum is going to announce San Antonio Spurs pick here. No leaks, so this is Well, I'm getting from Shams that the Pacers are landing Johnny Furphy at number 35.
Trading with San Antonio, huh?
They are.
Interesting.
They're trading with San Antonio, but ESPN is saying the Spurs got Johnny Furphy. Johnny Furphy. So looks like the Pacers may have traded up here, or Shams got it mixed up. Let's see. So, because the Pacers do have number 36 here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what trades we got.
Furphy's a good player, though, man. Athletic, long, definitely needs to put more weight on, but he's a knockdown three-point shooter. Elite free throw shooter as well. This guy just has a good stroke. No ditty.
Grew up playing rugby.
Yeah, he's from Australia, which I did not know before this college basketball season, but he was a freshman. And Johnny Furphy is currently headed to San Antonio, but might be shipped off to Indiana very shortly.
So the Spurs actually did trade, and now they're going to take pick number 36. They're taking Juan Nunez.
Okay, Juan Nunez. That's
at number 36.
We'll take a look at Furphy here for a second. We'll see what Roley had to say about him. But as far as I know, this is a knockdown three-point shooter that already high-powered Pacer offense will be welcome to have.
Great form shooter with a strong base, high release point, no wasted movement.
Yeah, he runs off screens really well.
But he is unlikely to become a lead ball handler, which you don't need. You don't need in Indiana unless he develops significantly. I mean, obviously you've got.
He is in Indiana now, and Juan Nunez will be going to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Furphy last year at Kansas. I'm not sure if the numbers will jump off the page, but. This is a good ball player, man. This is a guy who knows where he is on the court. Like you said, high release point, kind of like a Sam Hauser, but a longer, better defender, in my opinion. He got to put some more weight on, but he definitely got bigger over the course of the season in Kansas, so I like to see the trajectory that he's on right now.
And then, of course, Nunez going to the San Antonio Spurs. This is actually an international player from Spain. He played with Ratio Farm, which I don't think I'm saying that right. The same team that Pacom Dadier played for.
Okay.
But basically, here's what we have here. You got a pure point guard coming in from Spain, 6'4", 20 years old, 190 pounds, a 6'6" wingspan. But he's a creative passer, which is always a plus here for San Antonio. You're just really trying to feed here with the Spurs. And actually, Kevin O'Connor listed him as he makes frequent. How did he do that passes?
Oh, okay.
So we got a little shifty ball handler here.
I guess we do.
Which you always like.
He's a lefty.
And he finishes at the rim at a high efficient level. You can see here what Roley said here. Sharp decision maker. Running the offense. You know the Spurs have been looking for a good court general.
Yeah.
If you will, with Popovich. So
obviously Trey Jones is still there, but like how much longer is he going to be in town? And then, you know, they just missed on Tyler Kolek with the Knicks jumping up to go get him. So here they go. They take another pass first point guard here in Juan Nunez at 36.
Well, that does leave.
Let's see if we have that trade in here officially. See what the details are.
The Pacers sent cash considerations to the Spurs to draft Johnny Furphy at number 35.
Here is the trade details here.
Johnny Furphy, pick number 35.
Cash
Juan Nunez.
Nothing like cash consideration season. I love that.
Love that. But now that does put the Minnesota Timberwolves back in the clock, and it does look like the Knicks, who have pick number 38. Adrian Wojnarowski is also saying they could be moving number 38 as well.
This will be Detroit's pick here on the board.
Oh, from yesterday?
Yeah.
Or from earlier?
They did not trade with Minnesota. Yeah, they did. This is the Wendell Moore trade? Yeah.
All right, this pick will now be the Detroit Pistons.
If you guys are having a fun time navigating this crazy draft with us, hit the thumbs up icon. We really appreciate if everybody can hit that like button and help us get this stream out to as many people as possible all around the interwebs and all around the Celtics fan community. Want to get to 100 likes here. Can we get there?
All around the interwebs.
The World Wide Web, if you will.
All right, Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. Detroit Pistons, are on the clock right now. 2:40 left to go. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. 111 people in here. We should have 111 likes. Jason saying no Filipowski for Celtics. Nope, no Filipowski for Celtics. All right, got no leaks just yet here for the Pacers pick via Minnesota. Bruce saying, why is it at 4 in the afternoon? There are a lot of questions, dude. There are a lot of questions surrounding the second round, to be honest. It is interesting, for sure. Bronny's not signing a two-way, right?
Rich Paul said that's not what they want to do.
I don't think they have a choice. All right, 150 remaining. Let's see who they can take here. Detroit can definitely use any help that they could possibly get here. The Timberwolves says the pick is in, but there is a proposed trade with the Detroit Pistons that happened earlier.
Yep.
And they will be taking Bobi Klintman.
Who? Who is that?
No idea.
Who is that?
No idea. Bobi Klintman?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Bobi Klintman.
Or it's Bobi.
Who is that?
Wow, he's actually number 24 on the Ringer's big board.
Oh, Ringer's big board. Interesting. Was he on rollies?
He's from Sweden.
Swedish fella.
And he has shades of Nick Batum.
Ooh. Fourth quarter yelling, why the fuck
A versatile
Batum in?
two-way wing is what Kevin O'Connor is calling him.
Okay.
He has 10.2 points per game, 34% from downtown with 3.5 three-pointers attempted.
What up, Bobby?
4.7 rebounds, 1 steal, standing about 6'8", a wingspan of 6'11". He's got some weight on him, 212 pounds, not terrible.
No, not bad.
Capable of going coast to coast after making sure he got that defensive board. But he does lack strength, so he needs to get stronger. So
Yeah,
he's got the frame.
6'8", 212. That's, I don't know.
Yeah.
You might need to be a little bit bigger than that. At least get up to 225, 230, and then we'll start talking.
Yeah. But he does struggle to turn corner on drives due to his lack of quick first step and second gear. But he projects as a high floor contributor as long as his shooting numbers translate to the pros.
Let's see what Bobby. Not what Bobby. Let's see what Rolly had to say about Bobby. Emotional and energetic defender who takes pride in his defensive matchup. Very solid catch-and-shoot player. This is a typical 3-and-D wing right here.
Yeah.
His three-point shot has improved each year. That's a great sign, in my opinion.
Not bad.
Usually benefits off others facilitating for him. So he's a corner man. He's a Nick Batum. He's a corner man.
Yeah.
Good pro comp by the Ringer. Good scouting report by Rolly. And not a bad pick by Detroit here because they needed some scoring on the wing. They needed somebody who Cunningham can distribute to. And we know Ron Holland don't have a jumper, so they needed somebody who could hit three.
The Knicks are trading pick number 38 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. God, doing a lot of work with the OKC Thunder this offseason.
Yeah, I guess so. So the 38th pick will go to the Thunder.
Going to the Thunder. Hey, we're 5 likes away from 100.
Can we get there?
Can we get there?
5 likes away. We got 150 people in the chat right now. I know 5 more of you guys can hit that thumbs up icon for us.
So the Knicks pick now goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. As Mark Tatum is coming out of commercial, you're about to announce the Minnesota Timberwolves pick that will be going to the Detroit Pistons, which would be Bobi Klintman. Or Bobi, I'm not sure. What was the... Oh, Bobi was the Jimmy Neutron guy. Smack, smack, smack. Clap, clap, clap. Oh.
Cans Type Hands is a team he was on there. Bobby is in the room here in this ESPN
I think it's Bobe.
NBA. Is it Bobe? Is that what he said?
That's what I'm hearing.
Bobe from Sweden. That draft suit is not tailored correctly.
No, it's supposed to be like that.
That sucks.
It's supposed to be
then.
oversized. I like it. I like it
what
a
is
lot.
This? What are we in? Back in 2003?
I like it. He's got a little white, like a light blue wife beard. I like it.
Nah.
You don't know fashion.
I don't know fashion.
So then don't speak to me.
We can't be doing that.
Is Boston trading for Flip possible?
No.
No, it is not.
Nope. Not anymore.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Flip went number 32. Bobe calling himself very versatile and a knockdown shooter as well, and an off-ball scorer. So, seeing some positives from himself here. I don't think LeBron and AD are going to whatever team Bronny James is. I don't even know if LeBron James is doing it, to be honest. That's why I think I could see the Lakers trading up to make sure they secure Bronny James, because you got JJ Redick, who's afraid of LeBron James. LeBron said a while ago that, it doesn't have to necessarily be in the cards for Bronny to play with them, but we know that's been his dream for a while now.
Apparently,
right.
I caught a stray on.
You caught a stray?
I caught a stray on Eagles Now, a channel I've never appeared on. Somebody commented, "I love Devontae Smitty, but I don't like producer Smitty." Catching a stray on a channel I've never appeared on. I'm really different for that.
That's all right. I actually sent Jason Dyer's comment to Rolly saying that I'm Tatum, you're Brown, and Rolly is Ben Simmons.
I'm really different for that. People really thinking about me on channels I've never even been on. That's crazy.
All right. The pick is in. The New York Knicks did trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but that pick is now in at number 38.
Who's it going to be?
We are 20 away. It will be the Oklahoma City Thunders picking A.J. Mitchell.
Oh,
number
Marshall.
38
It's funny
in the
because
draft.
this pick is getting traded from New York, right? Marshall was a big proponent of wanting this A.J. Mitchell cat on the squad. He gets buckets. He's a tough finisher at the rim. A little bit undersized, but he's a good ball player, man.
Giving shades of Andrew Nembhard, a ready-made, versatile guard. He's a crafty finisher at the rim. He's got excellent footwork and body control as well. So they're getting a good little combo guard here from UC Santa Barbara, a junior coming out of UCSB. He's an alert defender, shows a high level of effort on the ball coming from the ringer here, as the Knicks did just receive some cash from OKC. Tell you what, man, they're being shifty with their picks this draft. They're really trying to gain back some dollars here.
Yes, so they need every penny they can get right now. UC Santa Barbara, the Gauchos. Shout out to AJ Mitchell,
Barbara.
and he goes number 38 overall in this draft. Let's see what Rolly had to say about him, because I know he did have a scouting report.
He's from Belgium.
He is from Belgium. AJ Mitchell. Here we go. Fluid scorer, knows how to get to his spots. Really good shooter from deep, both off the dribble and the catch. Lacks elite athleticism, leading to struggles getting downhill and on defense. Yeah, you don't expect this guy to be an all-NBA defender, but he's a guy who can score from just about anywhere and shoot over just about any defender. So I like the pick of A.J. Mitchell here by OKC. They needed more scoring off the bench.
And that's what they got, man. The Knicks did give that pick to OKC in a trade for cash consideration.
Last year at UCSB, 20-point per game scorer in college. It's very hard to do at that level. You know, the fewer possessions, the fewer time on the clock, the slower pace of play, the lack of spacing. A.J. Mitchell made the most of it, nearly shooting 40% from the three-point line and dropping 4 dimes. He was the engine that made this UCSB offense go, and a good pick for OKC here. I like it.
That leaves number 39, Memphis Grizzlies, now on the board
Let's get it.
to make their pick here. They did also draft Zach Edey with number 9 in this NBA draft. 3:30 left to go here for the Memphis Grizzlies to make their selections. Justin Edwards still... Oh, another commercial.
Another commercial. So while we're at that commercial, if you guys want a shout out from Allie, a personal shout out from Allie, go retweet her pin tweet. She's going to put it in the chat right now. Go retweet her pin tweet, which is basically sharing our show and helps us get it out in the Twitterverse, in the Xverse, whatever you want to call it, on Elon's Bird app. And it'll get it to as many people as possible.
Hey, you retweet my tweet, I'll put you on the ball.
Oh,
about
that's a draft day round 2.
You gotta follow.
Special.
You gotta follow and retweet.
Follow
you
and retweet for a
I'll put
spot
you
on the ball. That's huge. That's a free spot
It's
on the
free
ball.
spot on the ball. I don't have a marker today. I actually took it home with me last night, so I
That's
will make a
great.
list and I will put that all when I get that marker back.
Next
But,
live stream, you'll be on there.
all followers and all retweets on my pin tweet are gonna go on the ball. How about that, man? How about that? I got NBA Kiwi following me here. All right, NBA Kiwi, you're going on Zipball. You're going on Zipball. All right, I got my sheet right here. All right, NBA Kiwi, you're going on the ball. Who else am I adding? Duncan, you're already on the ball. Celtic Raider, you're already on the ball. Damn, so far it's just Kiwi. Who else is going to join him? Patrick Hart, you're going on the ball. Well, you got to follow me first. Are you following me? Yeah, you're following me. I got Darkwakana. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you're going on the ball. Dark, you're going on the ball, my man. Let's go. Who else is joining? Dark's actually tweeting at me saying trade for Flip. He's gone, brother.
We can't.
He's gone.
We can't trade for Flip, man. They could have picked him at 30. He goes at pick 32. Like, what do you want us to do? We picked a better player in Baylor Shireman, in my opinion.
Robert Augusta, you're going on the ball. Or Augusta. Augusta, I don't know.
Is it with an E at the end?
Yeah.
It's August.
August, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. August. All right, who else? Hannah Taylor. Hannah Taylor, you're going on the ball. Also, Memphis Grizzlies pick is in. They're picking Jaylen Wells at number 39.
Jaylen Wells.
Cannot say I'm familiar with.
I feel like I've heard the name.
He's from Washington State.
Yeah. We watched it. I watched this guy on tape
He's
a couple
20,
days ago.
Young.
Jaylen Wells coming in hot. He's a junior out of Washington State. They ended up beating Drake in the first round of the NCAA tournament this year and ended up falling to Iowa State there in the 2-7 matchup in the round of 32. Jaylen Wells, one of the better players on that Wazoo squad. And we'll see, do we have a scouting report on Mr. Jaylen Wells? I'm not sure if we do because we don't have a big picture for him.
The Ringer does. Giving him shades of Corey Kispert, a shooter who has made a late surge.
We got one. One of the primary scorers for Wazoo, and this is one of the best wing shooters in the draft with a strong base and range for days, a solid ball handler in the pick and roll, and not a player who will put pressure on the rim. So this is a straight-up guy who's going to operate on the perimeter. You're not going to see this guy taking anybody to the rack, taking defenders off the dribble, into the paint, rising up for an easy two. This is a guy who's basically, his job is to shoot triples. So.
Oh, then they got that.
They got that. You know what? Memphis needed that. They've been building their defensive identity even more. Obviously, taking Zach Edey at number 9 overall is a defensive-oriented pick, and they needed more shooting.
Oh, Celtic Raiders girl is Hannah Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, very cool.
Very cool.
Oh my goodness, look at her profile picture. That's Celtic Raider
Celtic
and
Raider?
his girl.
Oh, beast mode.
That's so cute.
You guys are electric. I love that.
I love that. Why is this not you and Riley?
I literally have my
Never mind. You guys, I'm about to say I've seen
my
that
wallpaper on my
I've seen
phone
that picture
is
before.
me and Riley at the Celtics game. Funny enough. But Jaylen Wells will be on the way to Memphis here. 42% for three-point shooter. Kind of beastie. Not gonna lie, it's a good pick.
Q Walker going on the board. John Colvin going on the board. Michael Spielberg going on the board.
And here come the Knicks once again. Jaylen Wells on his way to Memphis. But the Knicks back on the clock at 40.
Ah, man. Who could they possibly take?
Celtic Raiders said we the real ones, just me and Duncan. Yeah, hell yeah. You guys been here for the long haul, brother.
Yeah, you have. Alamo saying followed and retweeted. I know, I see him. I see you.
Wolf Shark Kid saying, could it be possible the Celtics get Bronny James and then trade Bronny James for players on the Lakers? I would like that.
I can see that happen.
I would like that.
That'd be a Brad Stevens-ass move,
Give
man.
me Jared Vanderbilt.
That'd be a Brad Stevens-ass move.
We will take Jared Vanderbilt and then be on our way. Or Jalen Hood-Schifino, low-key. They've been trying to deal him.
Anthony Ritchie, you're going on the ball, my man.
Let me see Lakers' contracts. Bronny's contract would not be very high, so they I don't know if they'd be able to take on more money in a deal. I don't think they'd be allowed to. But maybe a Max Christie. I mean, I don't know. No, Max Christie's a free agent, so that wouldn't work. Maxwell Lewis, is that going to be the guy that we would get from him? He's a small forward. Didn't do much last year.
Rui.
Rui's way too much money. He makes $17 million a year.
Oh shit.
Austin Reeves makes $12 million a year, which I think they could actually facilitate that, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't do it.
Where does he fit?
Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You'd find a spot for him. He'd be off the bench, and he'd be your best bench player.
Oh, got you. Poor PP.
Yeah, but PP would still get minutes. Hood-Schifino could be worked out. They are trying to make that deal happen, but he did not get much burn last year.
All right, 14 picks away here from the Boston Celtics. We are now about 45 minutes into the draft.
Yeah.
With 18 picks left.
Jesus. This is brutal. We appreciate everybody being here with us today. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? How could you be in this stream right now and not be subscribed?
It took 45 minutes for 9 picks.
That's kind of ridiculous.
It took 45
That's legitimately
minutes
5
for
minutes a
9
pick. Like
picks.
5 minutes a pick is absurd. We have 28 picks to get through. That's 3 hours. They're saying Filipowski got drama. Yeah, I'm not going to get into all the drama, but yeah, I know it, and he's got some drama.
45 minutes for 9 picks, bruh. Bob Myers is saying that Bronny James could play in Australia. Bob Myers states that Rich Paul is warning teams against drafting Bronny James, threatening that James will play in Australia next season if selected.
Where is that?
That's what Bob Myers said.
That's absurd. Yo, I've never seen something like that in my life.
All right. I guess Phoenix. Is Phoenix trading for this pick?
Yeah.
Phoenix is selecting, bear with me, Oso
Ighodaro.
Thank you, Ighodaro.
At a Marquette. It's a good pick. The Knicks stream is in shambles right now because they keep trading every single pick that they have.
What the hell is going on? Somebody says he looks like Caitlin Clark. I haven't gotten over it.
Who looks like Caitlin Clark?
Sorry.
That's insane. Wait, with that smile, he kind of has skinny,
I'm
skinny
telling
face.
You, look on Twitter, Sar and Caitlin Clark. Look at it. He looks like Caitlin Clark.
That's kind of wild.
Knicks are trading number 40 to the Suns.
Yeah.
And they get number. Okay. So this is the Knicks pick that they gave. Okay, so this was Portland's pick that they traded to the Knicks and traded to the Suns for Oso. Good night. No wonder it's taking 45 minutes.
Oso Ighodaro, the big man out of Marquette. He knows his way around the rim. This is somebody I was targeting for Boston at 54. He ends up going to Phoenix now, and Phoenix definitely needed more front court help down low, and they got more here with Ighodaro, who, in my opinion, is more of an offensively gifted player, but hey, he's 6'9", he's got a long wingspan, and he's one of those guys who can kind of do it all on the basketball court. I'm a fan of Ighodaro. He can pass, he can play in the post, he can rebound, bring the ball up the floor. Like, he is actually a pretty multi-tool player, as he's not going to be a great jump shooter, but he is going to provide a sense of almost stability within an offense.
Well, the Knicks now have number 51 and 56 per the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. Athletic center with serious hops and an excellent floater game. So yes, he can score there, right on the free throw line to above the charge circle. Undersized and limited as a rim protector. Yeah, he's not the best defender interior on the interior, but on ball and in switches in the pick and roll, he's a good defender in that regard. So that's for a Phoenix team that has a lot of similar switchable type players. That's going to be something that's especially valuable to them. It's a team that needs to get better defensively. Ighodaro actually filled up the stat sheet pretty well last year at Marquette as well. If I get these stats up for you guys right here.
You look like he has a big frame.
He does have a big frame. You see his broad shoulders here when you're looking at a picture of him. 13.5 points, 7 boards, a block and a half. Don't take that with a grain of salt, though. He's not a great rim protector, but he was able to affect some shots last season at Marquette, and a good field goal percentage as well at 58%, because not all of his shots came right at the rim, but it's not like he stretched the floor as well.
Right.
So Ighodaro goes to the...
You are now a Phoenix Sun.
Ighodaro, you are a Phoenix Sun, and next up, the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody boo Chip.
Boo Chip.
Boo Philly. See, it feels almost like bad to boo Philly because like they're just so terrible, honestly. Their luck is awful. They can't beat the Celtics, and we kind of own them as a franchise. So
I mean, I heard no lies. I hear no lies.
If you're subscribed to Celtics Today, can we get some me's in the chat? Let us know if you're subscribed, and let us know how long you've been subscribed. Type me in the chat if you're subscribed to the channel. BTG. You said something like that last night. That was hilarious.
You gotta take Bona.
Nah, the Zesty Sixers. Tim S is subscribed. Twin Samurai King is subscribed. 2K Kiwi, or 2, yeah.
I know,
2 Kiwi.
yeah. They just follow me on Twitter. I did the same thing.
2K Kiwi. I
It's
like
like
that.
NBA K Kiwi.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. BTG says he's a day one sub. How day one are you, bro? When did you actually hit the sub button?
Such
Celtic
an
Raider says I was
unnecessary
here.
graphic.
What?
Such an unnecessary graphic.
Yeah, like, bro, get to the pick. Chop, chop.
There
Chop,
are
chop,
more
Mark.
commercials than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Chop,
for
chop,
any
Mark
draft.
Tatum. You ain't Jason.
Oh, Celtic Raiders saying I was here before Allie and Smith.
Is that a fact, Celtic Raider? Were you here with the OG Will Scott?
He's mentioned a few things about Will Scott.
Okay, so then that's facts then. Draft Bronny and send him to Maine forever. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to draft Bronny until the Lakers pick us up there at 55. Sauer says, I've always seen the Sixers as our main rival, which, honestly, while I was in high school and even early on in college, and dating back to even not this past season, but the one before, where the Celtics played Philly in the second round, I've always viewed Philly as our main rival too, because they've been competitive for a long time. Their process was kind of in the same range as the Celtics rebuild process, and they both kind of came up at the same time when Joel Embiid started coming along. They drafted Ben Simmons, and both those guys start coming along. The Celtics really start emerging. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum come into their own, and they have had a ton of battles in the playoffs ever since. But the Celtics have owned them in every single playoff series that they've played.
Well, that's the thing, too, is that Tatum and Derek White and all of them, they've all said, like, they love playing in Philly.
Of course.
Because it's that actual rival type of scenario. But now, with the New York Knicks being the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, gaining a lot in this offseason, I could see that rivalry growing a lot here in this new generation.
Definitely.
With what's about to happen the next couple of years.
Maxey's getting a lot better.
Maxey is. Yeah, you still got MVP contender Joel Embiid in there.
Yeah, of course. They do have to add some more. They just got Jared McCain, who I'm curious to see if they'll run him and Maxey on the floor at the same time, because both of them are a little undersized. But Jared McCain really isn't a typical point guard, so it's interesting of what other guards they'll add to that roster, because Kyle Lowry's probably on his way out after one season.
Which Marshall Green thinks that he's a New York Knick.
Yeah,
So.
Caden says it the right way. They're the little brother. I don't hate the Sixers. Like, I obviously do hate the Sixers. But I don't hate the Sixers in the way that I hate the Miami Heat, because the Miami Heat have derailed our seasons before. They have taken us out. The Knicks, I hate them because I'm from New York and I'm a Celtics fan. So that's personal for me. But, like, don't get me wrong. I hate Joel Embiid, and I visibly angry when we play against him, and he is either having success or bitching to their officials.
I agree.
Yeah, Katie says
agree.
Miami, I'd say, is our biggest rival as a recent. No doubt about it. No doubt about that.
And the 76ers successfully took all 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is absurd, man.
Pick is in, though, thank God. And they are taking
Adembana.
Adembana.
Damn.
Pick number 41.
Damn.
All right, 76ers now have Adembana. All right. Not bad. Pretty good pick there for 76ers. I know Smitty really liked him if he was available at 54 there.
Yeah, he doesn't stretch the floor, but he's going to be somebody who's long, athletic, can affect shots at the rim. And when the Celtics like to get to the rim, Philly's going to need somebody to stop that other than Joel Embiid, who, frankly, has not been able to stay on the floor as much as the Philly front office has wanted their MVP to do.
Nice
Adembana,
little pick and roll guy.
a sophomore, which I don't know if that's 100% true. I believe he's been in college for 3 years, but he redshirted because he missed the previous season due to injury. And overall, number 54 prospect, so, did match up there with Boston's selection, but Philly will take him here at 41. And he's just honestly an athletic, rim-running, rim-protecting center. Guy who operates inside the paint, long wingspan, can jump out of the gym and affect shots and throw some down on dunks. Like, pretty prototypical big here, if you ask me. Good, has improved his back-to-the-basket game as well. But here's the scouting report coming in from Rolly. It will be Bana saying, great athlete who blocks a ton of shots and finishes well around the rim. So basically everything I've said so far.
Yep.
Despite the athletic profile, he surprisingly didn't dominate the glass. UCLA's had a bunch of guys who kind of attack the glass, so it's understandable in that regard, but not a confident jump shooter whatsoever. That will be his limitation, and something that does not raise his ceiling as a long-term rotation piece for Philly.
He'll definitely gain confidence once he's in the league, though. I mean, if not a confident jump shooter whatsoever, that could definitely come.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how effective he really is? He didn't take many, if any, at UCLA, so hopefully he gets better in that regard. I like the player, and I want him to be good. So,
well,
yeah,
the number 42 pick is now in as well. The Charlotte Hornets are actually going to be selecting KJ Simpson.
Oh, okay. This is a target I had for the Golden State Warriors at 54.
Small boy, my God.
Yeah,
6
only
feet?
6 foot tall, but he's a really good jump shooter, can shoot it from deep, basically anywhere on the floor. Underrated facilitator as well.
Clutch.
Yeah, clutch. He made a crazy shot at the end of the Colorado-Florida game in March Madness this year.
Right, I remember that.
That sent it to, it was a game winner, actually, after Florida tied it. Yeah, really good player, honestly, in my opinion. He averaged 20 points a game,
Look at that
five dimes, 43% from distance. Like, this guy can light it up from the outside.
With 5 3-point attempts.
Yeah, so he shot at a high volume as well.
Yeah, he
so very, very good player, KJ Simpson here. Let's see what Roley had to say about him on the scouting report. KJ Simpson, if I could find his damn name. All right, here we go. KJ to the Hornets at 42. I don't know if I love this fit for KJ Simpson. He's going to play behind a couple of guards down there in Charlotte. I mean, much different player than LaMelo Ball, in my opinion. He says attacks the cup at a very good rate and can knock down shots off the dribble, too. Good playmaker, doesn't turn it over much. Yeah, keeps the ball real close to his body. And, he doesn't turn the ball over. So, undersized frame may limit his ability to absorb contact and defend the NBA. I mean, that's a fair assessment. He's 6 foot. He's not 200 pounds. And somebody that you're just going to use off the bench to go get a backcourt scoring punch. And, I don't know, maybe Charlotte didn't need that. And they thought that their backcourt depth was not as fruitful as maybe I think.
Well, it looks like I could see him being traded in the next couple of years.
Yeah, nobody lasts in Charlotte too long.
Nah, feel bad for Charlotte, man. I don't, but I do, you know.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Speaking of Roley.
Spam F. Roley!
I need that ripping in the chat right now.
Spam F. Roley! It's now the Miami Heat on the board. Oh, God. Wow. Who the heck are the Miami Heat going to take? Well, we're now 11 picks away from the Boston Celtics selecting, which is really nice.
We're on our way.
We're on our way.
Now, hopefully, by the end of the video that we end up doing there,
Draft will be over.
Draft will be over.
Yeah. That'd be real nice. All right, they're now announcing the Charlotte selection, so Miami is now technically on the clock in terms of ESPN. Oh, she said Colorado. All right. Keep spamming F roll. Let's see who's in the stream right now. Samurai King spamming F Rolly. Boston Bob's finally back in the chat. What's up, my man? Justin in here spamming F Rolly. Patrick Hart saying hate the Heat. Tim S saying F Rolly as well. The third spamming F Rolly. Bruce spamming F Rolly. Sour spamming F Rolly. Donald Ricaldo spamming F Rolly as well. That's always a crowd pleaser. Spamming F Rolly. Can never go wrong, man. We love Rolly, but we hate Rolly. That's how it goes here on Celtics Today by Chat Sports. All right. Keep spamming F Rolly as long as the Miami Heat are still on the clock. No leaks just yet. No leaks just yet. Oh, he's emotional. Oh, his family. This is my favorite part of the draft, man. Oh. You forget these kids' lives are changing. It's really nice.
All right, since this is getting blown up on Twitter, I have the T on Kyle Filipowski, and I was 100% correct. His parents and brother are on Twitter right now tweeting about it. This is Electric Factory. Wow, I can't believe his mom used to substitute teach in my school. She substituted a gym class once. I would talk to her about her sons. Her oldest son, Daniel, didn't play at Louisville, but he went to Louisville and he played on the women's scout team there. And
Miami Heat are picking Nikola.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
What is it, Durasic?
Durasic.
Durasic.
The Serbian Paul George.
Oh, they're trading him to Atlanta.
Oh, unbelievable! Oh, F. Rowley in the chat! F. Rowley in the chat! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! You thought you had Serbian Paul George, and now you don't!
They now have number 44 in cash from Atlanta.
That's hilarious.
F. Rowley in the chat.
F. Rowley in the chat. He thought he had the Serbian Paul George. Serbian Paul George now in Atlanta, baby! Nikola Durasic!
That was beautiful.
F. Rowley! Let's go, man.
That couldn't have been more perfect.
That was phenomenal.
Spot. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh, Rowley sucks. Nikola Durasic, 6'7", 209. This guy plays smooth, man. I watched his highlights. He is a smooth player. Can get to his spot, can jump out of the gym, and great three-point form. Great handle for a wing and flashes strong playmaking upside. Intriguing positional versatility for his size. Not a quick player and may struggle getting by NBA defenders in isolation settings. I was curious. I thought this guy could have went in the first round, funny enough. And I don't think judging by the pictures, his wingspan doesn't look too long. Maybe that was something that teams were kind of wary of as far as his ability to play in the gaps and be a good team defender. Yeah. But hey, he lands in Atlanta. They needed some scoring on the wing, and they got it here with Nikola Durasic. Let's see what his stats were last year for the mega basket. 15 points a game, 3.5 assists, 45 from the field, 32 from three, but I'm pretty sure he had a high volume out there as well. So this guy is a smooth game. Allie, if you look at the screen and watch his highlights right here, this guy looks like Paul George. It's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Get up there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, tough. Come on. This is a good ball player right here.
This man is playing against grown men, too, in this league.
Yep.
Nice hook shot there. Not bad.
Oh, on the break. Get that out of here.
Bah! Looking like Derek White out there, following him step by step. 10.63 lane agility. Wow. If I'm the Heat, I'm pissed.
Spam F. Rowley in the chat. Let's go. This is hype. And the Heat end up going with Pelle Larsson from Arizona with their draft pick at 44. Pelle, how we doing? 6'5".
Pelle.
A 23-year-old senior. Rowley's ranking him a 66th overall player, so
Looks like a Hollister poster child.
Yeah, he does look like a Hollister model as well. He, according to Rowley, a little bit of a reach here at 44, but is there really a reach in the second round? I'm not so sure. Maybe they were afraid somebody else would take him before the draft concluded, couldn't pick him up in undrafted free agency. And I am choking.
Well, he's 23 years old. He's 6'5". He weighs 212 pounds. The wingspan of 6'7". And as of right now, you're looking at kind of just an all-around offensive role player.
Yeah, no scouting report for him.
He's got hustle. He's got a pull-up threat, catch and shoot threat as well, and he has on-ball defense. So I'm seeing a lot of shades of Desmond Bane with this one.
Desmond Bane.
He needs to develop faster shooting release, which that'll definitely come just once he gets the feel of the game. Because you got to think he's playing in an overseas professional league. He'll now come to the NBA, and he'll definitely adjust to the speed of the game here. But he does apparently have a reliable secondary shot creator in pick and rolls who sprays the three and cuts around to the floor. So Looking like a pretty solid pick here for the Miami Heat, getting a knockdown shooter off the catch, especially when he's left open. So the Ringer is saying all good things here in terms of Pelle. 12.8 points per game, 43% from downtown, averaging 3-3-pointers attempts. I hate that stat. 3 PA. That's what I'm saying. And then he got about 4 boards and 3.7 assists. What did he say? 3.7 assists to nearly 2 turnovers, though. So that's definitely going to have to clean up a little bit moving into the NBA.
All right, do you guys want the tea on Kyle Filipowski?
Yes,
Let's
give it
do
to us.
Let's do it. I'll throw his photo up top. All right, so Kyle Filipowski. I knew this information, and now it's finally coming to light that Kyle Filipowski, and I'll read this word for word, bar for bar, from his family tweeting this out. They wanted to get an interview with Jonathan Givony, who is a huge NBA draft analyst. And this is what is being said. This comes from at Rotosurgeon, Kev Ma's name I can't spell, or name I can't pronounce. Kyle Filipowski's brother and mom are on here revealing how his girlfriend groomed him into Mormon culture and cut him off from his family.
Oh.
And now he ends up with the Utah Jazz.
No.
Yeah, he's on the Jazz now.
I know, but there's no way.
That this is true?
No, that the grooming had anything to do with the Utah Jazz.
No,
Okay.
nothing to do with that. But like, it's definitely like a little coincidence that he ends up there.
Definitely is.
It says Daniel Filipowski on Twitter. I'm Kyle's oldest brother. You all don't have a clue of the extent of the story that has to do with his girlfriend. There's a story that has been pushed under the table for nearly 2 years now.
Oh.
And then he's just talking with this person on Twitter. It said, DM's open, friend. I could take down post if this is blatant misinformation. He said, if Givony responds to my DMs, he would be able to get the full story that no one knows about outside of who's involved, Duke coaching staff, and his agent.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I knew about it.
I'm making up a night.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hit up Givony first. If I'm not the right NBA newsbreaker for a big story like this, LOL. Maybe they'll both go on a low post like he suggested so they can get the story straight themselves. Other than messaging him on his IG account, don't know how to get in touch with him, but look up and read on Mormon grooming and brainwashing, and you'll find some introductory details in there to connect some dots into the story that's going on here. Then, his mom tweets, you are opening a 2-year issue, and she is 28 with an endgame 3 years ago to have a diamond ring on her hand when Kyle left Duke. He was still in high school when they started dating.
Oh. I hate that.
Yep.
I hate that.
And that's how that works. And then this is the original tweet that I saw that made me start like diving more into the details that are on Twitter right now. And it said from Milwaukee Mead, just found out Kyle Filipowski started dating a girl in high school when she had already graduated college, now doesn't talk to his parents at all, and in NBA interviews was really nervous and had nothing to say. First guy to ever fall in the draft because he got groomed.
Do you think he declined calls?
Not sure. I'm not sure.
To fall to Utah?
Maybe.
Because remember how we were saying it's pretty interesting this guy fell into the second round?
I think that teams found out this information when they called up the Duke coaching staff.
And teams like loyal. They like family foundation. They like character issues, good character issues.
He has not spoken to his family in over 2 years.
I mean, that's going to carry some baggage to your team. Yeah.
I know that's not a reason to not draft the guy at all, but like, I don't know, man.
Tell you what though, nothing in my life at least sits heavier on my heart, my shoulders, my head than family issues.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at this guy thinking, if he's got family issues, he's probably not 110% locked in, maybe? Just speculating.
Nah, Sour, it's not like a putting your girl first situation. It's not really like that. That was nice. Yeah, this was a, like, if Flip is how old now, if I take a look at it?
20.
20? He was 17 and she was 25. So that's just not ideal.
I mean, roles reversed. You're calling
roles reversed. The guy's in jail.
Yeah, you're calling this a different situation here.
I remember I looked at her
surprised didn't get emancipated.
Her Instagram is public, and I remember a couple months ago I went looking at it, and she graduated high school in like 2015. He didn't graduate high school until 2020, like till 2020 or 2021. That's nuts.
Jesus. Well, Jamal Sheed got drafted.
Oh. Nice.
To Toronto. Wow. I'm over here saying, damn, I want Kyle Filipowski would pick number 30. I did not know any of that.
I knew the baggage. It was that's why I've always had like reservations about Flip, because like I played against him growing up, and he is from my area. His brother went to Harvard and is still living in the area. Obviously, still in the family and all that. But yeah, man, I've in the back of my head I've always thought like, oh, I know what's going on there, and it's tough for me to like root for the guy and be like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan of you when I know the story that's going on. It never sat completely right with me. And now he falls into round 2 and is all quiet. It's kind of weird.
Because you got to guarantee because when these players go through their interview process, it's just like a job is.
Oh, 100%.
Every single
they dig dirt on you.
Is asking about your family, your relationships,
Yeah.
your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family, whatever's going on here.
You think if I could figure out his girlfriend's Instagram and when she graduated high school, that NBA teams and their sleuths
Sounds fishy.
couldn't
Sounds
figure it out?
fishy.
Yeah.
Sounds like his priorities don't lie where they should. That's just an outside perspective. Clippers taking Cam Christie, 46.
All right, so we'll go to the next 2 picks here. Jamal Shed. Now, this is a guy who I have also seen in person, a dog, with an 89 defensive rating last year at Houston. Guys, that's an unbelievable number. I think the average in college, I think Rolly said it earlier, was 105. And to have less than a 90 defensive rating is arguably some of the best I've ever seen, especially at the guard position. Shed is undersized at 6 foot, but he's going to be somebody who is a pesky defender. Pesky guy. And he's not the best offensive talent, but is somebody that's going to make opposing backcourts very, very frustrated with the pressure that he's going to put on him here. Rolly on the selection here, as of course this isn't working, but whatever. Shed, bulldog mentality, will not back down from any challenge and plays very physically. Fantastic anticipation on the defensive end and not afraid to put his body on the line. That's what he did in the Elite Eight or in the Sweet 16 against Duke, and he ended up getting severely injured because of it. Undersized, plays well underneath the rim. So, yeah, not a guy who's going to give you a ton of offense, but he is a hound on the defensive end.
Damn.
And then next up, Cam Christie from Minnesota, the Golden Gophers.
Minnesota.
A freshman of 6'4" and 190, so he's a decent size. I mean, maybe needs to fill out a little more, but decent size there at 190 pounds. Do we have a scouting report on Mr. Christie? Let's find out.
Rocking that nice polo there.
And we do, of course. And Christie here says, lengthy guard with the form to elevate and shoot over contests, and projects to be capable of a guard wing defender due to his size profile. Right there,
Nice.
kind of a tweener, 6'4", but
Yep.
he's long.
6'8" wingspan.
Still developing as a scorer inside the arc. So he's got that three-point shot down. Let's look at his stats from Minnesota last year. And for Cam Christie, here at pick 46, he had decent numbers last year. See, as you can tell, struggling from inside the arc, he probably didn't take a ton of two-point attempts during his season at Minnesota. 39% from 3, but only 40% from the field means his volume, as far as shooting any shots, were beyond the arc.
5.5 3-point attempt a game.
Yeah, so naturally this guy was, most of his shots were coming from beyond.
That does leave the Orlando Magic
Is
on
he
the
related
clock.
to Max Christie? It's a good question. I don't know. Orlando Magic, though, on the clock here.
Nope, they're trading to New Orleans.
Trading it to the Pels. What up, Pels?
What up, Pels?
So right now it's the Magic on the clock, but it will be going to New Orleans here at pick 47. What do we have here? What should we... With only 7 picks left until the Celtics pick at 54, what do you guys think they do with the pick? Type T for trade or type D for draft? It's going to come up around that pick if they do decide to trade it. What's up?
Brothers.
What about brothers?
Max
and Cam? Nice. That's the second brother of an NBA player drafted this year, Cody Williams, in the first round.
I hate this logo.
Oh, the new Clipper logo?
Clippers logo is disgusting.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
So you disagreed with me?
No, like
yeah.
I don't think it's perfect. It's just
I love the original.
the one they have currently.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That looks like a cruise line.
Because it is. A Clipper is a boat.
Well, I'm aware of that, but it doesn't look like an NBA. It looks like a Princess Royal Cruise Caribbean.
The Royal Caribbean.
It doesn't look like an NBA team. That's an NBA team.
The Odyssey of the Seas.
It's getting, if you gave a non-NBA fan this logo and said, what team is that? They're not guessing. What sport is that? They're not guessing NBA.
Probably guess like soccer or something, honestly.
They're probably going to guess rowing.
Yeah.
All right, we are now inching closer, 8 picks away,
What'll they do? Let us know in the chat.
I think.
Dark Wakana
So now
saying
it's
D.
New Orleans.
Boston Bob saying D. Nicholas Maharaj saying D. Nicholas Howerton saying T. Wolf Shark Kid saying Bronny James. Tycoon saying D. Okay, so you guys think... Oh, but then Lex says as long as they don't draft Bronny James, I don't care. Well, they're definitely not going to because it would be a waste of a pick, as Rich Paul has told other teams not to draft him and that he will be going to Australia to play in the NBL, if another team aside from the Lakers decides to draft him. What a shame. What a shame.
I hate that. Pelicans. Ooh, taking our boy, Smith.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to guess. It is our boy?
Our boy.
Oh, is it Antonio Reeves or PJ Hall?
Antonio
Okay.
Reeves, you are a New Orleans Pelican, my man.
It's a bucket getter.
Number 47. Antonio Reeves now going to the New Orleans Pelicans, a guard out of Kentucky. 6'4.5", good size, but needs to add a little bit of weight here. 187. Probably needs to get up to 200 by the time he starts playing in the NBA. Almost 24 years old, though. Played 5 years in college.
He was at Illinois State to start.
There you go. So he has been around a couple of different programs here, but like Smitty said, you're getting just a well-equipped guard here. So far, what Rolly has to say here when it comes to his big board, he actually doesn't have him on the big board. But
Antonio Reeves, because since he's the 62nd overall player on the big board, I think Rolly capped it out after 60, so he just missed the cut to get his scouting report.
the Ringer really harps on his floater game.
Yeah, he's got a good float
catch and
game.
shoot threat.
Good float game, but he is a catch and shoot threat. I mean, it was a high-powered Kentucky offense, and Antonio Reeves is a huge part of that. He averaged over 20 points a game for the Wildcats last season.
He did. He had 20.2, 44% from downtown with 5.7 three-pointers attempted, 4.2 boards per game, and 1.6 assists. I mean, sounds like they're getting a floor general here in New Orleans. He'll have the great CJ McCollum behind him to learn the ropes of the NBA and see what happens here. I kind of like this pick for them. All right, what's going on over here at Knicks now?
They're getting a bunch of super chats, but that's all I know. And by the way, I know you've been a hater this whole time. Oh!
I'm not there. Oh! Nick Howardson! Bang! Let's go!
Are you kidding me?
A $100 super chat! Bang!
Let's go!
Hey, why not? I love you guys. Here's to the best watch party ever. Phenomenal job last season and postseason. Can't wait for what you guys have to bring in the future of Celtics seasons to come. As always, let's go Celtics.
Let's go Celtics! Let's go Celtics!
Let's go, Nicky H, my main man.
Wow, what a guy.
Let's freaking go.
I'll get a beer shotgun down from Nick Howardson, and we'll get a
beer
dunk.
bong.
And we'll get a dunk.
I'm getting a beer bong. Don't you worry. Your girl is getting a beer bong. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nick Howardson always knows how to get the party started. Who's following up? Who's following up? Let's get the drinking, baby. The Celtics are almost on the board. It's unbelievable, baby, with a capital A.
That's not how the letter starts with,
I
but
love
okay,
that. I love
baby.
saying that, though.
It's awesome, baby, with a capital A.
Unbelievable, baby, with a capital A. That's what you sound like. No, I'm aware it's awesome, the capital A. I just like making fun of Smitty. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Whew, he's got to get his shotgun here. Please don't. Oh, I thought you were gonna open it with the wire. I was like, Smith, what are you doing? All right. Well, the Knicks are up there in Super Chats, that's for sure. Not sure if it's much of a battle, but we're doing what we can, man. Doing what we can. On the clock, the San Antonio Spurs. The Magic are trading number 47 in New Orleans for 2 future pick swaps, 2030 and 2031. Got 200 people in the chat right now. 121 people have liked the video. Let's get this thing rolling here, shall we?
For Nicky H!
For Nicky H!
Cheers.
I was close.
Whoa!
Ooh. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Knicks are partying right now, man. Hold on. I'll show you. They're partying, man. They are partying. Let's see what the Knicks have. The Knicks have, Oop. Oop. You want to come here? All right. Well, you gotta look. You gotta think about it, man. The Celtics, the Knicks are just sweeping this draft right now in the second round with how many picks they're trading and gaining and picking, and it's a lot. $5 coming in from Lex. Appreciate you, Lex. Do you think Boston's petty enough to draft Bronny just to F with the Lakers and LeBron? I don't know, man. I feel like Brad Stevens is too smart to be petty.
Yeah, Brad Stevens, he doesn't need to be petty because he just dominates.
The San Antonio Spurs are selecting Harrison Ingram
Oh, Harrison Ingram, North Carolina.
with the 48th pick in the NBA draft, which means the Celtics are slowly approaching. Colby Mead, it's going to take me a while to find your name on the ball here, dude, so I'm going to have to pass on that request, but I know it's on the ball. I remember putting it on there.
Show it to him? Is that what he asked? Shout out to Lex. You can definitely find it. You're a beast.
Thank you. Maybe he's not on here. It's Cody.
Oh, is Colby not on the ball?
Guess Colby's not on the ball.
Colby's getting on the ball.
Yeah, I'll put Colby on the ball. I don't have my pen, though, so.
Colby, next time we live stream, you better be here because we're putting your name on the ball, brother. Over 200 people in the chat right now. We appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. If you would do me a salad, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Hit that like button.
And Harrison Ingram, the talented wing out of North Carolina, kind of a do-it-all player, great defender, good corner three-point shooter. Can stretch the floor, originally from Stanford. And I think that's actually a really good pick. And he's going to get some good minutes off the bench for San Antonio. That's got to be such a fun feeling for these guys who get picked in the second round, especially at Harrison Ingram. If he got drafted to a Boston, he's never going to see the floor.
Yeah.
If he gets drafted to a San Antonio, he's got a good chance to crack that rotation next season.
I mean, that's, you got to look at, that's why O'Shea Brissett probably declined his player options. Because these guys.
He said he wants to run it back, no?
He declined it, but he said he wants to run it back. But you got to look at Delano Banton, of all people.
Yep, he made the most of his opportunity.
He got up to 35 minutes a game when he went to Portland.
Yep, they were aggressively tanking.
Yeah, well.
That might be the most obvious tank job that I've ever seen in the NBA that has just not been addressed whatsoever. They just don't even care about the Portland Trailblazers. They just let them be. They haven't even gotten the number one pick, so it hasn't really worked out for them.
Well, that's why, because it's a lottery, so
yeah,
it doesn't really matter if you tank. All right, we are now 6 picks away.
So I guess I was wrong overall about. And by the way, was Filipowski in this room this morning?
Trade.
Trade.
Reggie Jackson.
To?
Denver is trading Reggie Jackson to
Detroit.
East Coast.
East Coast. Give me Orlando.
Nope.
Miami?
Nope.
No, because you'd have been different about Miami. You would have been reacted differently about Miami. Up, yeah, obviously.
Well, middle.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Okay.
Reggie Jackson that's fun. Reggie Jackson's going to Charlotte for 3 unprotected second-round picks.
Interesting.
Poor Reggie Jackson.
Second-round picks are becoming a hot commodity. It's by Brad Stevens.
Reggie was a good ball player for Denver.
Yeah, he's definitely getting up there in age, though.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Denver, though, they picked Deron Holmes yesterday, so they have some work to do with not a lot of money to do it in this offseason. Yeah, Denver's trading Reggie Jackson to Charlotte. Wow. And Indiana is selecting the most outstanding player from the Final Four, Tristan Newton, out of UConn. But we'll get you the trade details on Reggie Jackson quick before the Tristan Newton info is input. Where is this? Trade Reggie Jackson. We'll see ya.
Bye. Bye.
See ya, Reggie. Reggie Jackson going for 3 second-round picks there. And let's talk about Tristan Newton real quick, because this is a good ball player, man. Tristan Newton out of the University of Connecticut. El Paso, Texas, 23 years old, a senior.
Connecticut.
Connecticut. That's how you spell it.
Can't connect.
Dalton, Connecticut. 6'3.5", originally started his career at East Carolina playing for the Pirates. Made his way up to the Northeast. Dan Hurley and company at UConn. And this guy, he's a flat-out scorer. He can get buckets, and he can facilitate, and he can be a leader. That was what he was called upon to do for this UConn basketball team, was go out there and be a leader. And he did that to the highest extent, leading them to a national championship in back-to-back seasons. Tristan Newton, a dog.
A dog. No, I do like it, though. I like the pick for him.
Do-it-all type of guard who rebounds and plays with a bruiser mentality. Inconsistent shooter from deep, but flashed upside in that area. Limited athlete who plays under the rim.
It's giving. He's
definitely a slashing guard, but not like a slashing guard who you'd be like somebody who rises up and dunks over defenders, but just a guy who can go finish at the rack.
It's giving a glue guy.
Yeah, definitely a glue guy. No, the Pacers are going to like that pick a lot. They need some depth behind Nembhard and Halliburton there. I mean, T.J. McConnell, he's only getting older, but if Tristan Newton, is the 4th guard on this team, you're very happy with what you have there in the backcourt in Indiana. They're building something over there.
Yeah.
His stats at UConn last year: 15 a game, 7 boards, 7 assists, or 6.5 boards, 6 assists, and shot a lot of shots. He was a high-volume player, and he shot 41% from the field. Didn't shoot great from 3, but, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. No, and then you got to look at the three-point percentage. Although, he did take a lot of threes.
Yeah. He had a high volume.
5.5.
5.5 a game, and then what was his percentage? He didn't have
32.
And that's not like a crazy bad clip.
No, but that's a lot of threes.
Yeah, it's not a great clip for sure.
All right, we are now 5 picks away.
And the Pacers are
4 picks away.
Pacers are back on the clock. No, we're 5 picks away.
5 picks away?
Yeah, because you got to make the 50th.
5 picks away. Bob Meyer says the agent Rich Paul is calling teams not Lakers or Suns.
Yeah.
Or Suns.
Because they're the only 2 teams that Bronny worked out for. And they both have picks.
Somebody tweeted this. The NBA is so interesting. This shit wouldn't fly in the NFL.
Oh my God, no way. NFL teams do not give a damn.
I only love Rich Paul because he's dating Adele.
Now the issue is, didn't the Knicks make a trade with Phoenix to get their 56th overall pick?
No, they have 51 and 56.
Oh.
Phoenix actually traded to the Knicks to have their 51 and 56.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it used to be Phoenix's pick at 56.
Now
it's New York.
So
that essentially takes out Phoenix out of the Bronny James sweepstakes unless they trade back into this last 10 picks of the second round. Lakers are the only ones with their eyes on Bronny right now.
Is it a sweepstakes?
No.
Like what? Like is this a Danimal sweepstakes?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Was
Zach and Cody are not.
Who won that?
They're not gassing.
Nobody won that.
Nobody won that. They were capping. I think
there were commercials on that sweepstakes.
Brenda's song probably won that.
I begged my mother every time I went to Kroger to get the Danimals to win a trip with Zach and Cody.
I was never winning it. Smitty needs to declare for the 2025 draft. Too bad I already got picked, buddy. Celtics select you with a 20th pick. They better not be the 20th pick next year. I'll actually cry.
You want to be 30, big boy.
You want to be 30.
You want to be 30.
Allie would probably cry if somebody ever donated $5,000. Yeah, probably.
I told you, if I ever get $1,000 super chat.
But you can't.
Or Venmo.
Yeah,
it would
have to be either back-to-back super chats, because I believe the super chat limit is 500. And back-to-back super chats would be of 500s, and then or $1,000 Venmo.
Jason Dyer, what did Rolly do to you?
Just be a Heat fan. Exist. Who do you guys want the Celtics to draft to pick 54? Their pick's coming up 5 away. Nicholas Harrison saying, you like Zach and Cody? Yeah, we love Zach and Cody. We grew up on Zach and Cody.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Sweet Life on Deck was mid, though.
Oh, it's Debbie Ryan. No Maddie?
I'm Radio Rebel.
I'm ready. What? Can you do the?
Whatever the fuck she did, that shit was gross.
I love being a millennial. Are we? Or are we?
You're
Gen
not
Z?
millennial. No.
We're Gen Z.
We're Gen Z.
We're Gen Z.
And Gen Z is way better than being a millennial. You do not want to be a millennial.
No, I forgot. We're the cutoff for. Well, I'm like the
You're
start
like
of
right
Gen
there.
Z.
You're like right there.
I'm 99, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
you're right
the start
there.
of Gen Z.
What
Gen X?
If you were Gen X is our parents.
Oh, what are the like 96 babies?
They're millennials. I think.
No, these are millennials.
What?
This generation.
No.
What are these then?
The kids of today?
Yeah.
Gen Alpha.
Oh.
I honestly look at this a lot more than I should.
Okay. Gen X is
Our parents.
65 to 79.
Yep. That's
Gen Y is 80 to 94.
weirdos. I don't know any Gen Yers.
Okay, so we got this wrong. Gen Z is 95 to 09.
Okay, fair.
And then Alpha is 10 to 24. I would hate to be an Alpha, bro. Every time, I hate it, man.
Wait, so millennial is... Now, some people have different definitions. What did you have for millennial? 81 to 96?
It doesn't say millennial here. Let me see.
Oh, Generation Y. Same thing.
Generation Y. That's a millennial?
Yeah.
Okay, millennials are 81 to 95.
Okay, yeah, this is 81 to 96.
Gen Z is 96 to 2010.
Yeah, you know who's a millennial out there? And you'd be like, okay, I get that. Teacher. Yeah, it's definitely.
I get it. Marshall.
Marshall's a millennial.
Marshall is a millennial.
Chase is a millennial.
What's his face? Mitch?
Mitch is a millennial.
Bugs.
Coop is right on the cusp. He's right on the cusp.
So he's probably 95, yeah.
You're 95 and 96 for Coop. So yeah, he's definitely a millennial. I think that's it.
Thank God I wasn't born in the
Technically, Brett,
2000s, man. That's all I'm gonna
technically,
say.
Brett and maybe James could be millennials as well, early ones.
I am a 90s baby through and through. Suck it, Smitty.
That's bullshit.
I'm a 90s baby.
90s baby. You're out of your mind.
I was almost a 98 baby.
You remember everything that I remember in my lifetime. Everything.
Blah, blah, blah.
You know, there is not one thing that you know that I don't, as far as memory of the past.
I knew how to buy alcohol 3 years before you.
Oh,
did.
bullshit! Because
I knew how to legally buy alcohol 3 years before you did.
Legally.
We don't condone underage drinking.
We do not condone buying a fake ID when you're a senior in high school. We do not.
Smitty!
We do not condone that.
Gotta work on the behind the back pass. All right.
After Gen Alpha is Gen Beta.
What's happening right now? I genuinely feel like I'm just watching.
We do not care.
I'm just watching NBA.
We're waiting for the Celtics. Who do you want the Celtics to draft? Could somebody give me a name If you can give me a name, you know ball. Pick 50, coming in hot. Here we go. Oh, Enrique Freeman out of Akron. The Celtics did work him out, right? Or was that a mock draft?
No, they worked him out.
They worked him out. I believe they worked him out. He's one of the biggest risers in the draft class. His performance at the NBA Draft Combine was what likely got him selected, according to many draft analysts.
This is he worked out with a couple of guys too. He worked out with the Hawks, the Cavs. He tied the D1 single-season record for double-doubles.
Yeah, I mean, he averaged 19, almost 19 and 13. It's crazy. It's 13 boards for, I believe he's only 6'7"? I think I might be right on that.
He's 6'7".
Yeah, he's
6'7", 7'2", though.
Yeah, I mean, god damn. It's 13 boards a game at 6'7" is unbelievable.
He was a walk-on.
Yeah, he was a walk-on. So, very late bloomer, and it just proves to show that, if you set your mind to something, you can do it. Enrique Freeman's a great example of it. And he does have a scouting report, I believe, from Rolly because he is his 53rd player on the big board. Enrique Freeman, what do you got for us, Rolly? He says, tenacious and energetic player who fights for every play and rebound. That makes sense, as he was a walk-on, had to fight for everything, every opportunity that he's gotten as a basketball player. Long wingspan and solid vertical enables him to alter shots in the lane. Shot well from deep, but at a light rate. That's good.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, he's got that dog in him.
I'm a fan.
I'm here for it.
This is a guy, yeah, like you said, this is a guy who has got that dog in him. He knows how the hungry dog, eats fast. I forget that saying, I'm not going to lie. But
eats fast?
It's the hungry dog does something.
Nick.
Nick's on the clock now. FNYK's in the chat.
FNYK.
Can we get some FNYK's in the chat if you hate the Knicks? I hate the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks.
I hate the Knicks.
Wait. FNYK.
Dan the Man says draft deuce. Yeah, I would actually love Enrique Freeman for the Celtics, but they did already get somebody around his height and, I guess sort of skill set. Baylor Shireman is definitely not the rebounder that Enrique Freeman is, but he does show a lot of effort in crashing the glass, so I love that. And he's got a much more reliable three-point shot, which the Celtics love. And Fally Dante from Oregon, yeah, I like that. A super athletic big, but he doesn't stretch the floor. Which I understand, not everybody on your team needs to be able to stretch the floor, but the way the Celtics offense runs is, they kind of do. You kind of do want everybody on the court to be able to be a threat from the outside, make sure defenses can't help off of you. And when Kristaps Porzingis went down, and you have Xavier Tillman, yeah, he hit the 1-3, but defenses were able to help off of him. Defenses were able to help off of O'Shea Brissett and Luke Cornett. That's why he didn't get any minutes in the finals. So that's why Boston wants to have floor spacers all the time. Wolfshark Kid saying Cam Spencer, which I would like, but it's just not looking like it's in the cards right now with them taking Shireman. As of right now, as of who's available, we can look at the big board here because I think the players get taken off the big board as they are selected. So let's take a look at the big board here.
I don't even know who the Celtics would go after. I mean, PJ Hall, we talked about a little bit earlier in our potential draft targets for round 2. But then you got Quinton Post as well. It's another big there from Boston College. Number 50 on Rolly's big board. And then we're going to go to 5 through 10 here as well. And that's Justin Edwards still on the board from Kentucky. I'm pretty surprised by that one. And then Bronny James is actually going to be right outside that top 10 there with number 11.
I could see the Celtics potentially going for a Judah Mintz here. Somebody who can handle the basketball, score off the bounce.
Sham Shrine tweeting out my account keeps getting locked.
Oh,
yeah, Judah Mintz. I could see that for sure.
I could see Judah Mintz. Did they work him out, or was that another? Okay, they work him out. But N'Faly Dante is definitely a good pull here.
Who?
N'Faly Dante.
Oh, okay.
He's a really athletic big out of Oregon. Kevin McCullough, though, I know he's a wing, but he plays bigger than that. I could see it. PJ Hall, another name.
But we talked about that a little bit earlier, yeah.
Wait, to the Knicks? Wait. What happened?
I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what they're talking about.
So it says the Warriors are on the clock right now, but obviously they traded that pick to Oklahoma City. Oh, Melvin Aginsa from France.
That's what they took?
Yeah, this is the Knicks take. So 2 French players for the Knicks, which says to me that these guys might potentially be drafting stashes, maybe staying a couple more seasons over in France or overseas, wherever they might want to play.
Right.
And then coming over to the NBA in a couple of years. We know Jokic in his the year after he was drafted did not come over. He didn't debut until 2015 after he was drafted in the 2014 draft. So could be something of value for the Knicks.
He's a lefty.
Melvin Aginsa.
Lefty shot maker.
Lefty shot maker.
He averaged about 5.5 3-pointers attempted while shooting 36%.
Let's see if Rolly gave us a scouting report. He did. The 68th overall prospect. Thank you, Rolly. Hashtag thank you, Rolly. Hashtag F you, Rolly. Knicks go with Aginsa here. Tough lefty shot maker with a pretty shot form and the ability to score from all levels. Explosive first step, can finish above the rim. Doesn't have any playmaking experience and could be limited defensively in the NBA. Is he 6'7"? Is that what we saw earlier?
Yep. Wingspan 6'7" as well.
Okay, so not exactly a huge wingspan, but not a negative one either. Funny enough, Kyle Filipowski was the only player in the draft pool that had a negative wingspan. He stands at 6'10", and he didn't eclipse his height, or actually had a shorter wingspan than his height said. So, short arms, not a good defender. But on the clock now will be the Oklahoma City Thunder, or I guess Portland. Did OKC trade with Portland?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Every pick in the second round has been traded.
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with OKC.
Yeah, it says.
Okay.
So I guess OKC and Portland did make a deal.
It was the Warriors pick. Now it's OKC's, and then it was the Portland Trailblazers. I have no effing clue.
Oh man.
No idea.
So with every single pick, at some point, not every single one, but like literally 99% of the picks in the second round being dealt at some point, what do you think the Celtics are going to do? Brad Stevens still has time to decide whether or not he wants to keep or trade this pick. So what should Boston do with pick 54? Type T for trade, type D for draft.
Let me know. All right, here's what Portland Trailblazers are taking. Quinton Post. Get out of there. The center from Boston College.
That's Rolly's guy. Interesting, because this would have been a fun pick for Golden State, who originally held this selection.
Big man who can drain threes is all you can ask for, man.
Yep.
7 feet tall, 7'2" wingspan, 24 years old. He's an old boy, 244 pounds, and you're really getting a knockdown shooter here, especially at 7 feet. I mean, it's giving me tingus pingus if I've ever seen that. He also made 83% of his free throws, and he made 49% of his threes over the final 2 college seasons. He's capable of running dribble handoffs as a perimeter facilitator, but his handle tends to get a little too loose there on post-up. So he definitely has some things he needs to hone in on, but it's looking like Quinton Post could be possibly a steal here late in the NBA draft for the Portland Trailblazers. We're trying to figure out more so if he can really extend his shooting capabilities or if he will just be a catch-and-shoot three-point kind of guy, because I feel like with 7 feet, it's going to be kind of a waste if all you can do is shoot threes.
Yeah, it's also going to be tough at 7 foot to be able to create your own shot. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis is 1 in a million.
Oh, God love him. God love him. Yeah, he's definitely got to work on those light touches, the mid-range, the elbow, and especially around the rim.
It says Quinton Post here going to the Warriors, but that's not true.
Going to the Blazers.
He'll be going to the Blazers. And a big out of Boston College.
The Blazers.
Unless Golden State traded back for this pick that I didn't know about, but I don't think they did.
I always think about, whenever I hear the Portland Trailblazers, I will never not think of dodgeball. Blazer.
Ball me Blazer.
Taser. Michelle.
Let's go. All right, Quinton Post, the scouting report from Rolly here. I believe he has one. He does not, so we're screwed. Never mind, he does. Here we go. Selection for Portland here, or / Golden State, whatever. Versatile scorer and arguably the best shooting big man in this year's draft. Reliable interior defender. Alters and blocks shots without fouling. And tends to struggle with his back to the basket, which isn't a total knock. Because at this point in today's NBA, you're not really looking for pure post gods, right? Back to the basket is had a little bit of a renaissance over the past 2 years or so, but it still really isn't a big facet of a lot of NBA teams' offenses. It's kind of gone by the wayside. That's why a guy like Jahlil Okafor didn't work way out back in 2015 when he was drafted, because his primary skill set was back to the basket offense, and that just was not the way that the NBA was going. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors for kind of ex-naying that part of the game with the effectiveness of the three-point shot. So Quinton Post here out of Boston College. He will be headed to Portland, I believe, which Portland now takes 2 bigs in the draft. 17 and 8 last year, almost 2 blocks, and 43% from distance. Pretty good, Quinton Post, but I don't like that facial hair. You need to shave that, brother.
So it looks like Memphis is now selecting Cam Spencer at number 53, while Minnesota is trading number 53 to Memphis, who is targeting UConn's Cam Spencer. Minnesota now has number 57.
Cam Spencer, an absolute sharpshooter for the UConn Huskies last year. 44% from distance. And he was and honestly, an underrated defender. He gives a ton of effort on that end. I would have been interested to see if Brad wanted to take Cam Spencer with this pick if he didn't get Baylor Shireman in round 1, but I think the two styles just contrast a little bit too much, even though Baylor Shireman is the bigger player.
Fair.
But guess what? You already know what it is.
It's now Boston Celtics time! Your Boston Celtics are on the mother effing clock. Let's get it done, my
Spam your sham! Spam your sham! Celtic Raider already knows what's going on. Let's go!
Let's get it done! I like it. All right,
Make the chat bleed green. Who do you want to draft?
Who do you want?
Drop a name or spam your shamrocks.
How do you... Let me know what you guys are thinking
Colby,
down below.
Nick Howerton, Celtics 1 Banner 18, Christopher, Celtic Raider, Justin K, Kristen, Paul Abeen, Twin Samurai King, Justin, Kristen, Katakal, Jason Dyer, Tycoon, Muad, Celtic Raider. Let's go. Make the chat bleed green, Celtics fans. Let's go. We got our pick coming up.
Who should they take, man? Who should they take? They could still get PJ Hall.
Yeah, they could get PJ Hall.
Could get PJ Hall. I mean, I wasn't expecting Baylor yesterday, so I feel like I'm not the best person to probably predict it here, but...
Do you want to be surprised?
We're going to see. Do I want to be... Is it in?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
can be surprised. I'm down for that.
Let's see if you're surprised.
Yeah, I can be surprised.
I will put the pick up when I see it.
All right, just tell me before you do it.
I'll tell you when I have the pick.
I'm excited, man. They could... I don't think they're going to trade here. I think Brad Stevens already would have done something ahead of the pick. So they'll probably keep it, and I'm going to go with PJ Hall. I hope not Bronny James, but we'll see. We'll see. If he picks Bronny James, it's for leverage, man. The only reason why everybody's saying the Celtics should take Bronny James is because the Lakers have the next pick. And so that's why everybody's like, the Celtics have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. That's about it. All right. They are now on the clock with 1:30 left to go.
I bet you Brad wants to trade this pick, to be honest with you.
I would too if I was Brad. I thought he would already trade it, to be honest, so I wouldn't be surprised. Let me know what he ends up doing.
We shall see. Wow, so was that actually the Warriors pick?
We don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea if that was the Warriors pick. I haven't seen anything on Twitter saying that was the Warriors. What pick was it? 53?
52.
All I'm seeing is 53 on Twitter.
On my Warriors Twitter list here, it's not saying that they.
Then I guess it wasn't the Warriors. They just
I don't
suck at
think it was the
changing.
Warriors pick.
They suck at
You can't,
changing
and they can't
graphics.
purchase a pick because they're a second apron team.
All right, let's see what he picks. Is the pick in? Oh, the pick is in. Let's see what we've got. Am I going to be surprised here?
Well, we'll have to find out.
All right, the pick is in. Brad Stevens took long enough to make the selection here at number 54. Looks like he's not going to trade it. He's going to keep it.
I know the pick. It's not in yet, but I know the pick.
All right, do you like it? You're silent.
I'll have to do a deeper dive, but we'll see.
Oh, you don't know him?
Oh, I know him.
Oh, okay. See how he fits in?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Oh, gosh. All right, the Boston Celtics select with number 54, Anton Watson.
Anton Watson out of Gonzaga.
All right, I got a big from the West Coast.
Let's go, baby.
We got a big.
That's
what the Celtics needed. All right, let's dive deep now
but he's only
into
6'8".
who? God dang it.
He's only 6'8".
He's 6'8". He's Tatum's height.
Yeah, he's shorter than Tatum.
He's shorter than Horford.
Shorter than Horford, shorter than Tatum. 14.5 points a game last year, 7 boards. Good defender. I mean, this is a 3-and-D guy.
Right.
This is a 3-and-D guy, but like I don't even know if he's a good 3-point shooter.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Let me see if the Ringers got anything. I just want to mention Bronny James was selected by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Bronny's going to Lakers.
All right, so Watson, the Ringer does have him. Oh my God, Watson! They gave him shades of old Al Horford.
Oh, really?
Wow. All right.
Interesting.
Here's what the Ringer has to say about Anton Watson. He's a do-it-all defender.
Okay.
Smith, all right?
Look, I love that.
He is 14.5 points per game. You see the rebounds right there, 7.8. He averages under 1 block per game, though. But he has 41% from downtown.
Only on 1.5 attempts.
I was about to say that. Only 1.5 attempts. All right, here's his minuses. He lacks creation ability as a ball handler. That's okay. You've got several ball handlers on the Boston Celtics right now. And he's a bit undersized as a traditional rim protector, if that's a position the team requires him to play. So definitely the smaller big here for the Boston Celtics. But he said, the Ringer's saying he's a versatile defender who spent time defending everyone from Zach Edey to scoring wings to small guards. So a 3-level defender.
So switchable. I mean, honestly, we should have seen this coming, right? We should have seen this coming out of Brad Stevens and company. Good pick. Honestly, in my opinion, I like the pick. I know he's not 7 feet tall, but you guys got to realize the height is not everything in today's NBA, and the Celtics like to switch everything. So I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan. So
I like it.
What are you gonna say, guys? Grade the pick for us down in the chat. Anton Watson out of Gonzaga. He's probably not gonna crack the rotation anytime soon, but he is a new member of the Boston Celtics. A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know. Versatile defender. I'm a fan.
Sorry, I'm tweeting real quick. All right, we're going to rip our post cut here in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. We needed a big, we needed a wing. We got a wing, we got a big. If you want to call him a big, it's fine. I'm going to give this an A-. I'm going to give it an A-. You did what you needed to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a B plus, similar to Baylor Shireman's grade last night. B plus. I like the fit. The problem is, like, his 54th overall pick, late second rounder, probably not gonna see the floor much.
Do you know that Bronny and LeBron James are the first ever duo to be father and son in the NBA at the same time?
Yep, first
cool.
ever.
Very cool.
Pretty cool. And they're on the same team. Like Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Sr. Or Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr.
Looks like LeBron's not going to Australia. Wow.
Wow.
Well, good for Brad, man. He got what he needed, man. He got banner 18. He got a wing and a big.
Yeah, a good draft from the Celtics. I'm a fan.
So it's Anton Watson. Okay. All right. I'm ready to talk about him when you are. Grade the pick. And that's about it. Okay. All right, stick with us here. We're going to talk about this live. Going to give our post cut here and our thoughts on the recent pick, Anton Watson out of Gonzaga. Do you say Gonzaga or Gonzaga? I've heard so many different things. It's Gonzaga, okay. I've heard so many different things.
So Bronny James does go to the Lakers. Shocker to no one.
It's just, it only happens in the NBA, dude.
Yep.
Only happens in the NBA.
Nepotism. And Woj said it's not nepotism.
I know.
He's
Woj
capping.
was like, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, whoa, what do you want?
Let's be honest here.
What is it then? Oh, look, here's Mark Tatum actually saying
Gonna announce the Bronny pick.
Lakers select Bronny James. And he's not even there.
No, of course it's not. What did you give you gave Bellsheimer pick a B?
I give it, yeah.
All right.
He's a number 20 recruit in the top 100?
Yeah, but he was never supposed to be that. No, he was not. If his name was Bronny Smith, he would
That's
not
what
have
I'm
been,
saying.
He would not have been the 20th overall.
I didn't even see his college highlights.
He didn't have many.
What were they?
Not
4.5 points a game, 2 boards, and 2 assists?
Yeah, he was not very effective at the college level.
In his one season? Oh, God. All right, let me change the poll here real quick, and then we'll hop into the postcard. How about that?
Yeah,
All right,
we can do that.
let's go on ahead and change this poll here since Bronny is gone.
For the next couple of weeks, this will be all they talk about at ESPN.
This is ESPN's dream.
Oh my God, of course it is.
Oh, wow, I forgot he went into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, that was scary for him.
He played in his first college game in December.
Yeah, no,
He wasn't even a starter.
yeah, it was before the season. No, he was not a starter. Nope, he was. Yeah.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right. Let me see. Just want to see a little bit more on Watson here. And then we have. Okay. Interesting.
Smith.
Comparison. Sorry, I want to see this real quick, so we have something to talk about here. Let's get into the cut as we discuss Anton Watson heading into
You can also use that social for
at the end.
You can use the Chris has Porzingis news too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll rip down the back. All right, here we go.
Okay. With the number 54 pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Anton Watson, the big out of Gonzaga. And this is what the Celtics needed. They needed a wing, and they needed a big. Well, they got the wing with Baylor, what's his last name? Shireman. Thank you very much. It's going to take me a little while to figure out his last name. But then they got the big here with Watson. Keep in mind, though, he's 6'8". About the exact same height as Jason Tatum and even an inch smaller than Al Horford, but he's got the size. 228 at 6'8". I like it. From Spokane, Washington, 23 years old, nearly 24, and he was a senior from Gonzaga. Let's see what he did. All right, he averaged 31.3 minutes per game, and he had 14.5 points per game, 7 boards. I love that, man. Rim protector. I'm loving it. 1.5 steals per game. He had less than a block, though, 0.7, which is what he averaged in college, and he shot 58% from the field. He's got the hustle, he's got the on-ball defense, and the off-ball defense, and overall, you're getting a top defender when it comes to 6'8" and out of Gonzaga. All right, before we break down this pick any further, I want you guys to go ahead and do one thing for me. Hit that sub button. We did reach 38,000 subscribers. I saw it the first thing when I woke up this morning. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. But let's get to 40K, shall we? Hit that sub button for me. That way, if the Boston Celtics do anything, you have the latest news and information on your NBA champions, baby. Smitty. Let's talk about this guy, all right?
Let's do it.
He is 6'8" with a wingspan of 7 feet.
Yeah.
And I know that the minute we're like, yes, we got a big. Ow, but he's 6'8".
So I know that, it's not exactly the prototypical big, the 7-footer that everybody's looking to stand down in the paint and rim protect.
Right.
But with what the Celtics want to do on both ends of the floor, right? As far as what they want to do on offense, they want to spread the floor and have everybody be available and be a threat from the outside. Anton Watson last year at Gonzaga shot 41.5% from three, but he only shot 1.5 a game. Still a threat, but not a guy who takes a high volume. On the defensive end, what Boston wants to do is they want to be able to switch everything. And with him being 6'8", he doesn't have the greatest lateral quickness in the world, but he is tough, and he is tough to get past with his big frame, and he's really filled out. He's a 23-year-old. Celtics go with 2 older players here in the draft, and for a reason being that they want to be able to have guys that are not projects, not guys that they need to develop over 4 or 5 years, guys that if an injury comes about or they really need one of these guys to step up and play big minutes, they're going to be able to go in and do that and handle the pressure that it takes to be in the NBA after spending so much time at the collegiate level. Anton Watson is going to be able to switch on 3s, on 4s, and on 5s. And that's what the Celtics are so big on.
3-level defender.
3-level defenders. He can defend on the perimeter, he can defend in the post, and he can defend at the rim. I like this pick for Boston.
I do too.
He's a big body defender, and he's somebody that is going to be able to play and plug and play and put him in a bunch of different spots and see where he kind of excels at.
Yeah.
He's not going to be this guy who's going to be knocked down, 3-point shooter, not going to be a go-to scoring guy.
You're not finding another Porzingis here, dude.
Yeah, you're not going to.
You're adding depth.
Chris S. Porzingis is 1 in a million, and you're not going to be able to find him.
That's why he's the unicorn.
That's why he's the unicorn. So you're not going to be able to find that guy, especially at pick 54 in the draft. And the Celtics did a good job at finding value here and finding a guy who plays in a system with Mark Few up in Gonzaga that is a pro-style system and a system that gets these guys ready and tailored to play at the next level. I like this pick a lot from Boston. Switchable defender, thick body, and he can do a lot on the floor.
I mean, you're getting an excellent rim finisher, man. And now he has the opportunity to learn from Al Horford and Tingus Pingus because he's probably going to be playing a lot in Maine this next year. Once again, the Boston Celtics have the great privilege of returning all of their top 6, 7, 8 guys here. And he does have a very light touch when it comes to finishing around the rim, hook shots, fadeaways. So I do think when he develops in Maine, I think the Maine G League team is also a phenomenal team. They just competed for the G League championship, and we know Brad Stevens dabbled in that pool a little bit when it came to at some points in the regular season. So like I said, once again, 58% from the field. He's already got the soft touch, and he does have low free throw percentages, but he's only made actually 30% of his threes. Maybe his future success will just be fine-tuning those mechanics, really learning from the veterans that are here on the Boston Celtics squad. You're not looking for anybody to take over just yet, but they did really need to pick up a big in the draft. Why? Because we're going to break down Kristaps Porzingis injury news on the back half of this show. First things first, grade the pick. I actually ended up giving this an A-. And go ahead and drop your comment down below. I'll tell you why in the A-, why I gave it an A- here in just a few moments, because I think that, two things to do. You need a wing, you need a big. And overall, getting an A- type of big is exactly what Brad Stevens, he could have taken Bronny James and soiled the Lakers' plans and do whatever at pick number 55. Brad Stevens is smart. I trust what Brad Stevens sees. He was not a player that they worked out, actually. They worked out, actually, a few guys who were still on the board when they did take Anton Watson. But overall, you got a sizable big. He doesn't necessarily have to play the 5 either. He can end up moving to the post at some point in his NBA career. So Brad Stevens is going to try to recreate this player on his defense and on his offense as well moving forward with all the resources that they do have. I also did give Baylor Shireman a B, and you know what? I might end up changing my grade here, Smith.
Uh-oh.
I've learned a lot more about Baylor. I've learned a lot about him being a dog, and I do think that if I'm Sam Hauser, I might be losing a little bit of sleep here because this could be the future Sam Hauser for the Boston Celtics in many years to come from what I've seen from his highlight tape. I mean, this guy, he is on the floor diving for basketballs. He is draining pump fake, sidestep threes like nobody's business. I have really been fond of Baylor. I wasn't aware of the tool set that he had.
So what would you change your grade to at this point?
I'm gonna give it an A.
Uh-oh. B to an A.
I'm going to give it a solid A.
Changing the report card like it's a crime in a high school.
I mean, I am pretty good at doing that. Hiding that piece of paper from my parents somehow making the B turn into A. You got to use that little line in the middle there. If you can get rid of that bottom circle half of the B and you keep that little line, you got yourself an A. But I really do like Baylor Smith. I know you were very high on him from the beginning.
I'm a huge fan. I think he's going to be an instant impact if he can crack this rotation. And it's a guy who is an underrated playmaker, a guy who gives 100% effort. He crashes the glass a ton, and he's a knockdown three-point shooter, knocking in over 40% of his looks last year.
And you never know, man. I always say this, and I do think the Warriors were the perfect example of this last season. They allowed Brandon Podziemski and Trayce Jackson-Davis to crack that starting lineup.
Yeah.
Not saying this is the same situation, but you can't ever rule out rookies. Just because they got drafted doesn't mean they're immediately going to the G League and they're going to be a two-way player. He has the opportunity to showcase his skill set all offseason and potentially help out the Boston Celtics on the bench, which is what they were looking for. All right, now, drafting that big. Here's why this was actually very important for Brad Stevens to not trade away that number 54 pick, but to select a big-bodied guy, 220-pound, 6'8" player here. It's because Tim Bontemps did tweet this out earlier this morning. The Celtics say Kristaps Porzingis had a successful surgery repair on a torn
retinaculum.
Thank you. And dislocated posterior tibialis.
Tibialis, but yes.
Tibialis tendon. Dr. Spinney. And
MD.
that he will return to play in 5 to 6 months. So as of right now, being in June, it looks like he could return late November at the earliest, possibly a December start time here for Kristaps Porzingis. We all know the NBA starts in the middle of October. I mean, you got to give this man credit. Thankfully, the surgery was very successful, and I mean, he deserved some rest. He played a hell of a game in Game 5, knowing that there was no tendon in this man's left leg. And he immediately tweeted that out shortly after the Boston Celtics tweeted out the injury update here on Porzingis saying, "Thanks for the support. Everything went smooth. Now we'll take the time to heal up and get ready to go again." So Kristaps Porzingis, the guy's a dog. This guy's a warrior. That's why he's a unicorn. They don't make him like Tingus Pingus. We do hope that he does have a phenomenal recovery. We hope he can come back as early as possible. But now you've got 38-year-old Dominican father of 5, Al Horford. You got Porzingis, who won't be available until possibly December, and Luke Cornett, who's a free agent. This is why you needed to draft a big. Not like he's going to come immediately off the bench, not like he's going to make an immediate impact, but this is why the Boston Celtics were checking boxes on their list. Because when you look at this list right now, you got 3 bigs. But Jordan Walsh still has a long way to go in terms of developmental fundamentals. So you got Al Horford, Porzingis. Horford's 38, he cannot play 40 minutes. And Porzingis, who can't play until December. And then Jordan Walsh, who really has only gotten 2 minutes in the NBA right now. So when you look at the free agents here, well, you can also get team options because Neemias Queta is still in here as well. Neemias Queta, who I love when it comes to being a guard at the rim. I mean, he is big body. He knows how to protect that rim. He will guard it with his life. But besides that, I'm not seeing NBA ready type of caliber style of play. Then you go to the free agents. That's where you're going to find Luke Cornett. And this is where you really start to wonder, hey, by drafting this guy, do you get rid of Luke Cornett? They're not the same height. They have different skill sets. Do you keep Luke Cornett just because you drafted this guy and because Kristaps Porzingis now has an injury? So this is all a big domino effect. One falls, the rest will follow. But nonetheless, Brad Stevens probably has to be the smartest GM I've ever seen in my entire life. Whatever he does, I trust him. I'm going to name my first kid Brad. So Anton Watson, you are a Boston Celtic, the big from Gonzaga. Welcome to what it takes to be an NBA champion. Joining the Boston Celtics. All right, you guys go on ahead, hit that sub button for me. The latest injury news, breaking news, rumors, draft rumors, does not matter. We've got it for you guys right here. All you guys have to do is go on ahead and subscribe and join 38,000 loyal people here at Celtics Today by Chat Sports. All right, so we're gonna add Kristaps Porzingis injury news into that title. Okay. Because I didn't touch on it other than a short earlier, so. All right, so we'll talk about the Dallas Mavericks' last pick here in the NBA draft. Well, I mentioned it, but I didn't have any socials or anything. I mentioned it, but I didn't have a social. Yeah.
All right. Last pick of the draft coming up right here.
Last pick of the draft.
And this draft is this pick is going to New York.
Oh, Mark Tatum's going to give congratulations.
It's funny, Mark Tatum said, I want to congratulate all these young men and their families. Filipowski.
Oh, come on. Come on, Schmitty.
Last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, Ariel Hookporty.
Huck party! Huck Tua!
Hook. Oh, boy. Shout out to him. Does he even have stats? Who is this cat? Ariel Hookporty from Melbourne United, but I think he's France. He might be France. 8 points, 7 boards, block and a half. Seems like a defensive anchor. Not going to play for the Knicks. Let's be for real here.
Yeah.
But that'll round out the NBA draft this year.
Wow.
2 days, and boy, was it unnecessary.
Could they go back to one day?
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
I think
but,
they need to go back to
they
one day.
need to go back to one day.
That's not a request. That is a need. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us these last 2 days. Looks like we now have Baylor Shireman and Anton Watson, who will now be a part of the Boston Celtics franchise in some sort of fashion. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with myself and producer Smitty and just shooting the shit. That's why we love Celtics Today by Chad Sports. All right, so we will start going live about once a week, but we will be live on Sunday and on Monday for NBA free agency. Come join us Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon as well. And as always, thank you, and go Boston Celtics.